Hello, friends. Welcome back. We are the Not Great Dungeon Crawlers, Not Great Entertainment, and we are here to tell you the story of the Island of Fal and the horrible things within it. And we're gonna die. Maybe. Who knows? Who knows what's in store? We'll go around the table, say who we are, and John will do the recap, and then we'll get going on this wonderful Saturday. I am Don Boosted Gorilla, and I play Grimdar Ironbeard, the Dwarven Fighter Pirate. Not pilot.
Pilot? You're a pilot? I'm Paul and I play Bran.
The only man who hasn't died now. Shadow is correct.
Zero deaths.
You're the real undying.
0 deaths.
Yep, 0 deaths so far.
Can I have my hat?
Oh,
And
yes,
the
of
bandana,
course.
please. Forgot about that.
You are once more Grimdar. You
Thank
do
you.
require
Is the
your
bandana
things.
back there, too?
It's literally in the hat. Flip it over.
Ah,
That's very good.
secrets.
Yes, I am John. I am the Dungeon Master for the Island of Fal. Last time we had the Cost of Freedom, where our good friends Finwin and, rest in peace, Finwin. Finwin and Bran and Mafsy, the sweet little goblin girl who assisted them in getting out of the encased area of the hole because they had closed themselves in previously. They encountered a man who called himself the Doctor, a man who seemed to be filled with illusions and confusions and did not know who he really was any longer. But he knew that he was here to continue to perform experiments, particularly on the one he said who could make rocks. After we ambushed him and attacked him and tried to pull some shenanigans on him, we realized we didn't fucking see him, so we followed his invisible sing-song voice through the corridors back down towards the excavation site. We watched him meld through the stone to get into the door that was Grimdar's chamber. And then we saw, him fucking begin to shake, rattle, and roll and horribly mutate into a squid-like creature, as we saw when his cloak was ripped off of his back. There was an embryonic sac that contained a horrifying visage of a squid, like a squid fucking head. Think Zoidberg, but bad man.
Badberg.
Badberg. Good one. That's all I have to do now for the rest of the thing. So yes, we attacked the doctor. We cut open his sack. The squid thing fell out. He actually, to be able to burst through it, because he was a fire hand, Dain's younger brother, who's fucking insane, he fire-handed in through his own stomach, burst out through the sack, cracked that shit open, and then the squid thing sucked through his body, took over his head, and we had a mind flayer be born. The mind flayer did stun Finwin, hit Bran, and then ate Finwin's brain. So Finwin died. Finwin did, as his last-ditch effort, beautifully rescue Grimdar by dragging his body away with a well-timed nat 20. Rest in peace, Finwin. You did good.
F's in chat for Finwin, please.
For real.
And Don Clowns, thanks.
Yeah, so Finwin died. Grimdar came back to life. Grimdar has a strange scar near his collarbone around the base of his neck. It looks like it's recently patched and stitched up. After killing the doctor, killing the mind flayer that had become the doctor, we escaped out by Grimdar recognizing his fire hands could open the door, just like fire hands can open the door. We slid out back through the workshop. We encountered Olive's new horrible form, in which, lower portion of the face, so like nose down, is tentacles because she is in the process of transmutation. Called out towards our friends to ask for help and to remember the good times. And we screamed and ran away, as we should, because that's
Sure did.
fucking horrible tentacle monster.
Bye!
Goodbye. So, yeah, we eventually went out through that hallway. We thought we were going to get away. We didn't really know how we were going to get away. We were thinking about going back into the hole. But we've learned about the horrifying brain-like thing that exists at the bottom of the excavation site where only Dain and his younger brother would really go. Mafsy was terrified of it. And then we heard Mafsy screaming in the hallway because she was afraid of following the doctor through the stone walls into Grimdar's chamber, so she had stayed at the excavation site. She got kidnapped by Dain because he found her outside of her jail cell, was dragging her around through the hallway. We successfully ambushed Dain around the edge of one of the hallways after he recognized there was blood on the ground. We stabbed the fuck out of him and did a lot of damage to him because he only wears his boots downstairs and his loincloth. But yeah. Stabbed the shit out of Dain, and Dain just kind of laughed and said, cool, I'm glad you guys are here. I'm glad Grimdar's back. Everything's going great. Have a coin. See you later. Things are going as planned. And we saw that Dain as well has a smaller embryonic sac on the back of his neck at like the height of his spine. As he walked away, laughing, carrying the body of Mafsy. She's not dead. She is conscious and screaming for help.
For now.
For now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
So, yeah, you guys are literally still standing here in the hallway as the small obsidian coin rolls and clinks at your feet.
I thought I was running and screaming.
He was
Mafsy is running and screaming.
So is Bran.
I thought I was feared.
Yes, you were frightened to where you were going the opposite way up the hallway.
Gotta set the mood. We're in the Underdark, friends.
Well, you're still in Dane's dungeon for now, but you are effectively still in the Underdark. But yes, so we're right here still, and you are running that way back towards the direction of the obsidian door for the hole. You see the coin at the bottom, or at the base of your feet, kind of spinning and then gently clinking to the floor.
I still
your
can't move currently.
Yeah, because you were stunned, correct,
Yep.
by the Mind Blast? So yeah, about a minute goes by of you just listening to Dain laughing and Mafsy screaming. Let that fucking sink in. Just a straight minute of just, oh my god, please, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be here. And it just fades into the distance, and you hear Dane's just echoing laughter of, and you are freed of your conditional effects.
I fall to my knees.
How far away am I?
You are at the end of the hallway, right at the edge where to your left is the obsidian door, to the right is the area that leads back to the workshop to where Olive is.
I'm gonna go back to Grimdar. Boop boop, and
reach out and-
step on it.
Grab the coin
Mm-hmm.
and just pull myself up with my sword.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Do we leave?
We gotta go. Yeah. Let's get the queen and get out of here.
What about that little girl?
I don't think we should chase him in his own dungeon.
You're right. Okay.
I mean, I've seen him kill goblins before. If he wants to kill her, it's just
You're right. Okay.
get the fuck out of Dodge.
How do we get out of here?
Oh, Jesus.
I don't know the way.
I mean, I would remember the way.
Correct.
So that way.
Yeah, so the way you were told actually takes you back through the hole.
There's no other way.
Oh,
There are other ways that you don't know of. You could go the direction that Dain had just walked, for the
Which is-
assumption that straight ahead of you to the right.
Yeah. Where he came from.
Okay,
See
so
what-
we begin walking down through the smooth hallways of... There's no escape. The smooth hallways of no escape. I love that city. Yeah, so we make the quick right, continuous hallway. We get down about 30 more feet, and then this was the area where it had previously been described that there were many Grey Dwarves in there. It looked as though this was an area in which they had done like some sort of meeting, whether distributing of tasks or for people to gather just to communicate. I just called it the meeting hall. There are currently no Grey Dwarves in there. Dain has essentially removed security from this level.
Good, because it doesn't matter. He told
mean-
us to get out. We're fucked anyway.
You could do things. I'm just saying security's gone. From the way it looks in the meeting hall, it looks like everything has been removed. Like there is not gear here any longer. This was the area where one of the guards was given a piece of paper and started to come out that way, so you guys ran. That was the guard that you guys killed. So yeah, you don't see anything left in the room that looks like it would be utilized by people on like a shift routine setting. You know, you still see like the desk where the person was who is the shift supervisor or whatever you would like to call him. I would call him a captain, but empty room for the most part.
where are there stairs?
Yes, but we may have to go back the other way. Unless you want to go through here. There were people here before.
We don't hear anything.
Correct. You don't hear anything.
I mean, he told us we could go.
There's just horrible silence around you.
He just told me that before, too, and then, stood in my path.
But there's nothing in our path now. He gave us the coin.
Okay, and I opened the door.
Yep. And surprise. No, I mean, you open the door, and genuinely, it is an empty meeting hall where you can see that there are, kind of crude drawings of this layer of Dain's fortress, because this is what these people are in charge of.
Oh, great.
Yeah, no, it's a big fucking area, dude. Like I said, this is the lowest level and the least complex.
Oh.
Least complex?
Yeah.
Oh.
Excuse me? No, we're just gonna leave. Whee! Yeah.
Yeah, so you can see that in the general direction of what you should be going towards, you would leave out this northern exit, go through the area where the craftsmen and smiths work, make another left, go return to that checkpoint area where you had been previously for the coin drop, and then that leads you back to the stairs.
Okay.
So, I'm assuming that's the pathway we're going towards. So in terms of what is there for the craftsmen and smiths area, there are various, small weapons here. Like, there are short swords, there are, battle axes and things like that.
Just tell me what it took.
Sure.
I'm gonna also take a couple.
No,
Sure.
no. It's just Brand's.
I want some things to throw.
No, you don't.
These are not the binks you're looking for.
Are there gloves?
Like leather gloves, yes.
That's fine.
They're craftsman's gloves.
I'm gonna put those on.
Sure. Okay. It makes it's just thud thud.
Yeah.
The saddest sound.
Do you want me to make you a leather crown too?
Yeah.
I don't know how to do that, so
Okay.
just
I'm gonna do it. Is there leather around?
Yeah, there's loose fragments of leather.
I'll
You
be
can
making a crown.
You will. All for performance.
15. 15.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, you make a crude little crown where it doesn't sag. We'll say that it's a rugged,
Sure.
hard leather, so it's capable of holding
Okay.
shape. You just quickly cut and stitch it.
Yep.
And now you have a little leather crown on your head.
it looks nice.
Thank you. I'm gonna insight check him. Thank you. That was a 2.
Pretty sure my base deception's higher
Thanks,
than that.
Brad.
Yeah,
I can always count on you.
It's 9. You gotta roll
To
higher
tell
than
the
9.
truth.
Yep.
What do I loot?
Yeah, so you loot 4 battle axes. They are 1d8.
Because I did all this while he was making it.
Are there throwable weapons of any kind?
Yeah, there are daggers, and I'll say that you're strong enough that you can throw the short swords.
Sure. Can I
So-
throw like an axe?
Yeah, you can have a fucking battle axe to throw.
Great,
You can
I
have
would
3
like-
battle axes to throw.
Lovely. Thank you.
Everyone gets 3 battle axes,
I already got
3
4.
short
It's too
swords,
late. It's
3
too late.
daggers. You have 4. 4 battle axes, 4 short swords, and 4 daggers to fucking just throw at whoever we want, whenever we want.
Wait, 4 short swords?
4, 4, 4, and 4.
Great.
4 of everything.
I don't know how many. I have a lot of daggers already. I don't.
Yeah, no, just an abundance of daggers.
What was the last thing?
Battle axe, short sword, dagger. You can have a mace. You can have some maces.
I can't
some
wait
maces?
to sell these for currency that doesn't matter.
This doesn't seem like the right playlist.
What do you mean? We're down under, brother.
It's dramatic.
It is, but that doesn't seem right.
Yeah, is there any cheese to throw?
What was the last thing? Daggers and then...
Maces,
Maces.
short swords, battle axes, club.
4 maces. Do we also get clubs?
Sure, you got 4
4
clubs.
clubs. Turkey clubs.
4 turkey clubs. Sounds good. And we'll say that you find
Also, just to clarify, when we got all our gear back, we got everything back.
Yeah,
Great, so the
100%.
travel bed's good to go. It is good to go.
Yes.
If we need to sleep,
Pop that baby out. Get a nice long rest. Because I'm on some dust right now, Brandon. We gotta get out of here.
Yeah, we do.
you also find a set of smithing gear.
take it. Does it look familiar?
No.
Okay. Told me
It looks very nice though, like the obsidian and many of the obsidian is the primary component of what these things are made of. So like the little hammer and things that you would have for smithing are made of obsidian.
How much obsidian?
I mean, we'll say that.
Is it enough to make into gloves, John? Is what I'm getting at. Can I remake the gloves?
Oh, you've made a mistake.
Is it enough to make gloves? I'm not saying they're going to be the same gloves. Is it enough that I can form some sort of gloves?
28% obsidian.
Shit, that's not a lot.
You could maybe make like.
Can I make like
rings.
thimbles?
Like I was gonna say you could make like some brass knuckles.
Okay, yes, I
Some
would like to make
obsidian
obsidian
knuckles.
knuckles. Yes, I would like to make obsidian knuckles.
Yes.
Yes, please.
How long is all this taking, by the way? Because if he
You guys were given your free, we're immediately fucking around.
That is a 10.
Yeah, you make obsidian
Great.
knuckles.
Amazing.
Yep.
What do they do?
We'll say 1d6 each plus your strength mod.
Lovely, and I can have them on while I wield a weapon.
Yep, sure.
Great.
It's fine.
Great.
You got it, dude.
Thank you.
Just be happy. just be happy you're alive for now.
For now, he'll kill us later in the episode.
I know I'm saying us.
Remember all those things you just got?
Give us our shit back.
Obsidian brass knuckles.
So I guess once he's finished making those, I'm gonna slap him in the face and we gotta get the fuck out of here while you're making shit.
You begin to hear humming in the hallways.
We gotta go.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh no. I know who that is.
No king but me.
Did he say that?
Yeah, he's singing it.
Grimdar. No. You don't know what I pull out a dagger. I will fucking kill you. You will die again.
But
No, like, you can't 1v1 me. I'll kill you. Don't.
I know, but
He's
we're
insane.
just gonna leave him here.
That's
I
not.
want to
That's
smash his face.
that's not. No. That's not. What's his name? Right? That's the crazy guy from the cell. I should recognize it.
It does not sound like the crazy man from the cell.
What does it sound? It doesn't sound like anybody I know.
It sounds more like Dain.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I thought
I thought it
of
was
what-
insane.
No,
No,
I
in
know.
terms of like singing, it's difficult for me to actually sing into a voice, but it sounds drastically more like Dain.
I want to punch his face in. But I only have 56 health, so it's probably a bad.
I have more health.
You
than
did 118 to him.
Yeah.
So it's been. How long has it been?
Maybe 30 minutes.
I don't know that he might have healed John. Might have potions.
He might have
There's
potions.
people here.
There are people here. There's clerics. Clearly, they fucking revived you.
Yeah. No.
I want to get the fuck out of here.
Also,
This is a
there was
nightmare.
Dr. D. Vito.
Yeah.
Like, we gotta get the queen and get the fuck out of here.
Get the queen.
Fuck you.
We're not getting the queen.
Okay.
Rescue anyone you want from down here.
Yeah.
They're free to go.
We will come back and kill him.
Yeah, but we gotta leave
Okay.
and like never come back.
Okay, I will kill him.
Okay, you got that. You got him. That's all
And you hear
bud.
the thud of boots. The heavy clang of boots.
Do we hear any other sounds? Is he wearing anything additional?
I mean, you only would hear footsteps.
But
Like, you don't hear
I
the
wanna
like
hear
rustling
additional-
of.
Yeah, that's
you
what I
do
wanna
not
hear
hear the
additional-
rustling
okay.
of armor. No, you do not.
Take the bait, Don.
Okay.
No. I don't think it's Dain. That's cool. No, if you come on, reach for your weapon. I fucking beg you. You want to go night night? I still got shit juice, bitch. I'll knock you out.
You promised me that we will kill him.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna let him live. He just fucking took over my city. Yeah, no, it's fine. I'll let him live. Yeah, it's fucking great. You know, I'm gonna give him the sword too. I'm gonna. What the? Yes, we'll
I
get
love
him.
the comedic routine going on.
Are you
in
fucking
the
serious?
fucking fortress.
Are you fucking serious? Yes, we'll kill him. Not now.
Okay.
We're like, I don't even know how far down we are. There's a fucking brain. Did you see the brain? The thing?
No, I didn't.
I saw it.
You had the vision of it.
Oh, sure.
Yes, you
Yeah.
did.
Oh.
I don't want to be here.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No, Olive's a squid. I don't know where Nina is.
Squall.
She could be dead. She could be not dead. Didn't see her down here.
Okay.
Yeah. I want to leave, Grimdar.
Let's get the queen and go then.
I want to get literally anywhere else.
You hear a kind of like faint whistling. Not like a person whistling, like steam whistle. Just kind of. I can't do it. Woo! Shift change!
Oh
that?
shit, we gotta go.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying!
We gotta go.
No shit.
Now Bran wants to put.
You've been fucking
No,
crafting
Grim-
shit.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, let's wait here.
Okay.
You want to make anything else?
No.
I didn't think so.
Okay.
Let's fucking go.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, we head out the door of the Craftsman and Smiths. We turn to the left. We turn to the left to return to the checkpoint. You see that the box is still there on the podium. And you can see the shimmering wall of force on the opposite side of it, blocking you from the staircase.
What do I do with this?
Put it in the machine. Or the thing.
I drop the key in the coin.
The coin? Okay,
Yep.
so you go over, you drop in the coin, you just hear kind of a small clanking sound, and then it kind of sounds as though it's cluttering down a little tunnel. And then the wall of force just from the ceiling down dissipates, and you see clear ahead of you the staircase up.
I will walk up the staircase,
I will also walk up the
doing an
staircase.
arcana check, checking for anything magical.
Yeah, so I mean, you walk up. There's no dimension door here. He's dead. That spell's gone. So as you're walking up the stairs, you don't really sense anything magical. It's just, like I said, about 30 to 40 stairs up. It's obsidian hallways. But as you crest up to the top, it is an enormous stone door where it looks very well carved. There are dwarven runes on here. If you would like to read the dwarven
I would,
runes.
yes.
Yes, you may. Roll to read.
18. What would that be?
Oh, no, you're fine.
18.
For things like that, it's not going to be a difficult check
Sure.
in terms of like the full quality of the information.
Let me read.
Yeah, so Grimdar.
Grimdar.
Yeah, so in Dwarven, you read a kind of old motto that you are familiar with, having read it in locations around the city of Candarim. You know that this is usually a kind of like monogram that is installed in areas in which you're not supposed to go, and it just says in Dwarven, "Here be the damned. Go no further."
There was no other door on that map, right?
This one?
Yeah, the one that we saw.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Grimdar, what's it say?
Here be the damned. Go no further. It was written on a lot of places in Candarim where you weren't supposed to go.
Well, like, you mean like down there?
Well, it's on the inside.
This is the only way out.
Yeah. It's not great.
Just open the door.
Just
Just fucking open the door.
Push it open.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a new map there, bud? I hate you.
I mean, you guys are going to be, led out. You'll be escorted. Because, yeah, as you slide open the stone door, you can see that there are several grunt-looking gray dwarves that are milling about. They, mostly because it opens up into a T intersection. And to the right and to the left, you can see that the hallways up here are still the same kind of obsidian. It looks of the same quality and purity. The torches on the light are kind of still illuminating everything around you. You're capable of seeing that on the ground, though, there's like carpeting. Like there's rugs that are laid down, like thin parpet, almost royal rugs. Yeah, kind of laid down and stretching towards the right and to the left side. But as you approach, you can see that the 4 or 5 like gray dwarves that are right in this general area like kind of look and recognize you, and immediately begin to walk towards you. All right, he said you go.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, this time he means it?
He said you go, so you go.
Gonna start walking, but
Yep.
not take my eyes off of you.
Yeah. I'm gonna just turn around and.
Yep. Right this way.
Okay.
And he leads you to the...
Oh, wait a second. Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Do you like it down here?
Yes.
I'm inside checking the shit out of that. 9.
Yes.
18.
Yes.
No.
So, I mean, in terms of intentions, you read 0 emotion from this man.
He's already controlled by the brain. It's too late.
Can I see? Can I see your back?
It's too late. It's too late.
Excuse me, sir, can I just see
Can
your
I
back?
rub-
Can I
Can I
just?
rub
Can I
your
just
back?
take? Can I just? Can I just feel? Can I? You want to shoulder massage?
You look tense.
There's no tents.
I mean, can I?
Tents aren't houses.
I
Right
hate
this
you,
way.
I hate you, but I agree. So
I hate how right you are, sir.
Come to the surface with us. I mean, we're all on
hurts.
accord here.
it hurts.
You can't come with us.
The light hurts.
There's trees. If you just stop fucking cutting them down.
Shade is good.
We need the trees.
Yeah, for shade, so you can live on the surface.
Yeah.
We need the trees.
Then you turn mountainish.
Hello.
Scum.
No, Grimdar.
We're gonna somehow start a combat with these guys. We should probably just leave.
Mountain Grimdar.
Scum.
Grimdar.
Dain say scum.
He doesn't. Does he not speak English?
I don't.
Common.
I don't know. He
Doesn't speak
apparently
common.
doesn't speak common. Just show him your hands glow because he's inferior.
My gloves.
Can't you do the thing? To
What?
open the door?
Oh yeah.
Is there a door?
I mean, you can put it
You
against.
don't need to do it.
Y'all just.
Scum.
He doesn't get it.
He's an NPC. Let's go. Fuck out of
Okay.
here.
Goodbye.
This way.
It's the seat, isn't it?
Yeah, so I mean, these 4 gray dwarves begin leading you down a kind of labyrinthian hallway in which they're making several turns. I will permit you to roll for history now to see what semblance of this maze you're capable of remembering. Would you also like to roll for history to put this into your memory?
Sure, let me check my dead brain memory.
Because, I mean, realistically, I'm not giving you a map.
I don't remember nothing.
Okay.
That's a 5.
So after a series, yeah, I mean, you'll remember a little bit, so eventually we'll say in the off chance that we return to Dane's fortress in the future, you would remember pieces and rooms that you've passed. What did you genuinely roll, though?
A 5.
A 5, yeah, so you would remember, like, long time down here.
Dark.
But you walk for what feels like 20 minutes, and you go through dozens of rooms and hallways. As you're going through, you can see, though, that this does not seem like it should be described as an area in which here be the damned. This looks beautiful. This looks more like a palace. This would remind you of the grand hall and the surrounding areas in the Palace of Thelahill.
Doesn't have to describe the location.
Correct.
If they're consumed, if their brains have been eaten, they're the damned.
Correct.
Lovely.
So, yes, they lead you back towards these enormous stone doors. As you do enter into a grand hallway in which there are pillars adorning everything, you can see that there are oil paintings of Dain, a woman next to him, and 2 children in front of him.
That is a 20. Who are they?
A 20 with bonus or a nat 20?
Natural 20.
A natural 20. So, yeah, I mean, you can see that the little girl in front of Dain has very similar features to what you remember Momdar possessing. Yeah, Snazzabella. Your wonderful
What
mother.
a fucking name. I don't think I am aware of what her name is.
It's Momdar. But yeah, no, you look and you're like, Momdar?
Yeah, I point at it.
Momdar.
What?
That's Momdar.
Yeah, Dain looks,
Yeah.
significantly younger in this painting. This looks like Dain in his prime, where you can see clear because he's not wearing any armor or anything like that. He's just wearing like a simple kind of sleeveless like grayish shirt where it's a deep V cut. You can see he is extraordinarily muscular. You can see that, you know, he does not have the same quantity of scars or the same
Sure.
severity of scars all over his body.
What about tattoos?
You can see that he does have the tattoo of
Okay.
the skull and pickaxe and warhammer. You can see that there are also a few other tattoos, kind of like you can catch the glimpse of another one kind of lower into the center of his chest beneath the V-neck. It looks like the face, almost like it looks a little worn out, but it looks like it's the face of a dragon. So like you can see the height. So essentially nose up, you cannot see the maw or the neck lining of it, but you can see the tunneled face, and you can see the horns of a great black dragon on his chest. You, when you saw him the multiple times and you guys have attacked him, that tattoo is not there on him currently.
What do you think that is?
Tattoo?
He didn't have it.
So is he like your dad? Dad?
Grandpa.
Your granddad?
Grimdar.
Oh. But you don't look like him.
No,
You're
I
mountainish.
got the hands.
Yeah, but the
I inherited his jazz hands.
Yeah. I can play the saxophone really well.
can you Duke Silver?
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't see it on him.
I didn't either. How?
Guess
you
he
can't
covered it up.
But you can't remove.
Well, he had no ink there, correct?
You can't remove skin ink.
I mean, you can.
How?
Magic,
Oh.
probably. I don't know. Not a little weirded out that we're in like a palace area, but everybody's damned.
Yeah, I mean, the grand hall here is 200 feet in length. Like, it's fucking enormous.
Yeah.
And it's immaculate. Everything in here is, you know, like I said, beautiful stone carved pillars. You can see that there are other oil paintings of other people down
Yeah.
here. They look like other fire hands. They don't look like Dain. It looks like he is at the completion of the lineage. You can
Yeah.
also see that there are other oil paintings of people that do not look like fire hands at all, but do look like they were previous rulers, as though the
Sure.
fire hands have not exclusively been, unlike the Roronas for Thelahill, the fire hands have not always been the rulers of the Grey Dwarves
Sure.
here.
Well, this place isn't damned. The people are damned.
I'm so uncomfortable here.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah, I know.
their brains.
They're pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
Probably what staying in the dark does to you or something. I don't know.
I think their brains probably got eaten.
What do you mean eating?
The squid things.
Oh, yeah. But then they can't move.
Like what Dain. No, like what Dain has.
Well, his brain's not eaten. He talked to us.
But he's
guess.
got one.
Does he? Still taking digs at him. Idiot. I don't know what it
think
means,
so.
Grimdar.
Okay.
But I want to get the fuck out. Where are the dwarves that
Yeah,
are leading
let's-
us out? Are they
The
still-
four dwarves are right in front of you, and they are beckoning you towards the grand entrance doorway.
Very nice place you have here.
Very good. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Yeah, just a very lifeless, monotone voice. As you two begin to approach the, doors, they swing them open, and out you see dark. Incredible dark. Completely void of light.
I'm going to turn back
Just
around.
a vacuous, cavernous tunnel.
Mr. Dwarf,
Yes.
where are we supposed to, how do we
You have a torch?
get out of here?
A torch.
Like a light. It's pretty dark.
It is.
We would like to go. We can't see.
You may go.
This one doesn't speak common either.
I'm gonna look to a different one. Do you have any sort of light, torch? You know,
Jazz?
No.
yeah.
No.
Oh, where are my goggles?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you have Finn's goggles. What drawer would
My
the
drawer.
goggles be?
Not anymore. yes. Put these fucking seizure-inducing goggles on. Who'd purchase something like this?
Me.
Okay, gonna put them on. Whoop.
Okay. Yeah, you can look out into the darkness and you can create light. And you see a long, vacuous tunnel where it looks mostly empty. It looks very crude. You can see that there are kind of stalactites descending down from the ceiling of it. It looks circular, approximately 20-ish feet in diameter. So there is definitively fair room for you guys to walk side by side, and it is a small kind of set of stairs that descend down here into the singular entrance into the Underdark here.
Okay.
Grimdar, roll for perception.
Uh, 13.
So you feel and hear footsteps behind you coming back in from the Great Hall out
Okay.
towards the doorway.
I turn around.
Yep, you see nothing. You see just the Great Hall, and the four dwarves who led you here are gone.
Great.
I'm gonna reach into my bag. I've got some potions I'd like to drink,
Okay.
so that way I am at full health.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yeah. So you begin pulling potions out of your bag and begin drinking them very swiftly. As that's happening, you continue to hear the footsteps growing closer towards you. You don't see any shifting on the rug or anything of the carpet in front of you on the Great Hall. You just continue to hear these footsteps. You may roll for perception as well.
Oh boy. That is, what was that? 26? No,
Yeah.
25.
Okay, so you hear these footsteps as well. They do not sound as heavy or dense as Dain's, but they do sound not as light or soft as the footsteps of the doctor in his leather shoes. These sound somewhat in between. There's not like a clanking like it's obvious metal or chainmail or anything like that, but there is a dense, heavy trodden set of footsteps approaching you two.
Okay. And they sound like they're on solid ground.
Correct.
Boop.
Mm-hmm. And you just concentrate the light in the area.
Yep.
And you hear a faint whisper, but of a gruff voice of, "Put out that light!"
We can't see you.
Outside first.
I'm gonna roll an insight check on this voice.
Mm-hmm.
That is not a D20. Grab the wrong
I
die.
rolled a d4.
15... 19.
19. Doesn't sound like it means you harm, but it sounds as though it is skeptical about talking in its current location.
Okay, that's fine. I'm fine with that.
Oh, okay. Do you know how to get out of here?
There's a door.
I meant... Okay. All right. All right, Mr. DM.
I walk out.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay, so we step outside. Okay. As you step outside, you see that the doors behind you close, and you hear a kind of like small, gruff grunting noise of, and then the doors like clap and seal themselves shut again, and then the doors disappear, and you see a solid surface of rock.
does the surface look familiar? Do we know where we are? No? Okay, good.
No, you do not. You touch the walls.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you touch the wall, nothing happens.
Really? Even as a fire hand, it does not open.
It doesn't open immediately. No, there's something that would have to be done.
Gotta jerk the stone man off again.
I mean, I'll do it.
Oh, that doesn't sound that
I'll
bad,
do
actually.
it. I'll do it.
Remind me again. I'll do a history check. The vials of magical water. What does that do again?
Amplifies certain effects that already exist, or removes penalties of exhaustion. Oh, I'm so glad I vialed that.
I don't have to roll for that. It doesn't matter.
Correct.
I
No, it
drank
just
one.
happens.
I drank one.
Yeah. You feel replenished as though you had completed a long rest.
Lovely. Is that HP too, or just?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was just
I'll
like
do that,
long
not
rest stuff.
waste
I
my
didn't know it
potions.
removed exhaustion too.
Nope. Removes exhaustion. Yeah. One of the things of removing exhaustion is a long rest.
Okay, lovely. So I have 10 potions that heal me to full, basically.
Yes, you have 10 potions.
Do you not have any?
I don't remember.
I
Maybe
think
I
you
think I
had
have like,
You
I have
definitely
like one or two.
You
I
got some, but I think you had only rolled like a 3.
Yeah, I rolled something real bad.
How many do you have?
I don't know. I think 2.
Yeah. He
I don't
rolled
think I wrote
very
it on
low.
here. Yeah, I have like 2. It's fine. I'm good.
I pull out 4 or 3 and hand them to Bran.
Here you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What is that stuff?
Water?
Why is it in vials, not a water skin?
I want to shine the light on him real fucking bright, really turning the juice up.
Put the light out.
I can't see you.
Yes, of course. Invisibility.
Ah,
I'm a dwarf.
show me.
We're outside now.
Very good. Walk with me.
Okay. This way?
Yeah, I mean it's a singular pathway. So you guys are walking for only about 60-ish feet, and it's continuing to go straight ahead. And as you're walking and you hit about 60 feet, you hear the footsteps that are adjacent to you, accompanying you, just suddenly stop, and in front of you appears a short gray dwarf who looks very old. Obviously is only about like 4 foot tall. He looks not very stocky for a dwarf. He only looks like he maybe weighs 130-ish pounds. He's still thicker than what a 4-foot person
Sure.
would be, but not remotely as stocky as you or any of the other gray dwarves that you have interacted with. He has a very close to cheek and chin green hood that comes up and over his head. You can see that he's got thin, like grayish orange hair that kind of drapes down over his forehead slightly. He has beautiful blue eyes, and he's got a short gray beard.
I don't recognize him.
You do not recognize him. You can see that he's got the shaft of what looks like a crossbow up over the height of his one shoulder, and you can see that on his side he has the scabbards for daggers, and you can see that he's got this like well knit looking, it looks like leather, but it's not the color of leather. Like it looks like it would have the material feel of leather, but it's not brown like traditional leather is. It looks almost like it's a milky, like whitish gray dulled color.
Who are you?
Oh, my name is Elric.
Alphonse Elric?
No.
Why are you following us?
I'm not following you. I'm leading you.
Why?
Dain requested it.
Oh,
You have to get out.
Why is he just letting us out?
The Underdark is not safe.
I know that.
but why would he let us go?
Dain needs you, boy. He needs you.
Oh. Okay.
Why does he need him?
Firehand.
My hands. The jazz
He
hands.
needs his hands.
I gotta play the saxophone.
He could have just. Why didn't he just take him?
Take his hands?
Yeah.
It wouldn't work.
No,
blood.
Dain already has fire hands.
give him to somebody else. They can wear his skin.
like sew them on.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen weirder shit down here.
I don't think that would work.
Guess we never let the doctor have a chance.
Don't trust the doctor.
Oh, really?
He's gone mad.
Really?
Which one?
Tell me more.
The doctor?
Which one?
The doctor.
Oh, you mean Mr. And I try to mimic the sound with my feet.
Yes.
Yeah, he's dead.
Is he?
Yep.
Yeah.
Good. Dain could not kill him himself.
Yeah, that guy was nuts.
Yeah.
Yes, it would have upset the mind flayers.
The what?
The mind flayers.
I don't...
Squid people.
Oh.
Brain eaters.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, we saw a couple of those.
Yes. Dain and I have been attempting to figure out a way to kill them.
Oh. Have you spoken to Dain recently?
Yes, earlier today.
I don't think he wants to...
I just gesture at my back.
Yes, I know.
I don't think he wants to kill them.
No, he had to adopt one.
Adopt.
Like a kid?
No, permit one to his own flesh.
Why?
Come, we must get further into the deep.
Okay.
But why?
Okay. So he continues kind of leading you down these hallways, and you can see that it comes to a small cavernous area in which there are, it's not a fork, it juts into 3 different pathways. He leads you down the right pathway, it forks, he leads you down the right pathway, and then he stops you in a quick little, like, hoveled out area that he has been using for his own encampment, because you can see he has like a small little bedroll in here. Like he's literally dug into the fucking walls to hide here. He moves over and slides a stone and beckons you inside this small hole.
This is your house?
I don't have a home now.
How come?
Oh, please, come in.
At least it's not a tent.
It's not a tent.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Rocks are houses. I walk in.
Rocks are houses. But yeah, I mean, you crawl in after him. You have to get down on your hands and knees to crawl into this area. And as you get inside, you can see that its interior, it's illuminated. It's illuminated with greens and pinks and blues of moss along the wall to provide natural lighting in here. It's only like 10 feet in radius, so it's a small area. You guys are in here for a tight squeeze. And as you slide in here and sit down with him, he just kind of like goes over to a small pot that he had here and pours you like 2 glasses of water and begins greedily like gulping at this water himself, almost like he's famished and dehydrated. Like he's...
Are you okay?
Oh, it is... I've been traveling for days. I had only just gotten back this morning to consult with Dain in privacy, and he told me of your arrivals. And he told me of an idea.
What idea?
An idea to kill the Devourer.
What was it?
You, boy.
What do you mean?
You. And he kind of turns around and he opens this small satchel that he had been carrying.
It's called a sack, thank you.
He opens his sack.
Thank you.
He uncinches his sack and he reaches in and you hear him clambering around with what sound like pots and pans. And then he pulls out the obsidian crown and your gauntlets.
Oh, well, fuck.
Fuck these!
Do you want these?
Oh no, those look like loincloths or something.
No, I meant the
leather gloves?
No.
No, I'm gonna try and take him.
Brass.
No, I'll take him.
Oh, you're...
Okay.
I'm gonna ship him here.
Never mind, I'm sorry.
Thank you. And he puts the gloves on.
Thank you.
I want
Would you
my
like this leather crown?
No, you can put it in the
Okay.
fire.
Yeah, I'll take that. Thank
Or
you.
give it to your friend.
All right. Reach into my bag and grab Louie's club.
Suck it.
What's the damage on these brass knuckles again?
1d6.
1d6 plus strength mod.
Pink.
Yes. Dain needs your help to kill the Devourer.
I'm not gonna help Dain.
He
I'm gonna kill him.
Yes, he understands your hatred, your vendetta with him.
He killed my friends and me.
He did.
I'm gonna bash his face into the ground.
Very well. If you will hear me out, I accept that Dain is not the man you would work with, but
Okay.
would you work with an old man like me?
I mean, you haven't called me scum yet, so that's good.
No, you're from the mountains. I've seen the city. Beautiful in its day.
It was.
It's very, very well built, I would say.
Yes.
Magnificent structures.
Yes.
Beautiful women.
Yes.
I once met this wonderful lass.
Dad? Dad? Hey, Dad!
Is it?
Snazzabella.
Uh-huh.
Gorgeous she was.
That was my mom.
Was it now? Well, how old are you?
127.
Oh. Oh, we're fine.
Inside check!
Oh, no! Nope, 7.
My boy! Is it really?
No.
8. 8.
No. Oh, no, I saw her working in mining. It was beautiful, but
She liked rocks.
she did. But I could see that she had a husband and a small boy with her.
That's me.
Is it now? Very good. You've grown up, well. You've grown up.
You're old. You did it. You're alive.
You've done well surviving.
I just laughed. I actually laughed.
It was only twice.
Did I know about the second time, technically? No! You died again?
Yeah, Dain smashed me with his big rock.
Big hard
so
rock.
bad at living!
Oh. Well,
That's why I'm gonna kill him and smash his face into the ground.
yes, well, I don't believe Dain would be opposed to that.
That's odd.
Ooh.
He's tired, sir. He is tired.
I'm tired of him.
Indeed. Dain has suffered as king, he said, long enough, and we're looking for a new ruler.
Could just, stop being a dick.
He could, but
Wait.
We left the castle without the queen. Son of a bitch. Oh!
things have not been easy for us dwarves down here in the dark. Especially after your people left. It left us depleted. We didn't have enough people to work and defend our territory.
But you could have also left. It's a horrible place. Why would you stay down here?
Think of what grows, boy. Left unchecked. Who knows what monsters would come out of the deep. You just hear, like, screeching echoing from out in the halls. And you hear, like, the quick feet of something that sounds like it's scurrying around.
I mean, left to themselves, they would just devour each other. I don't. Just like on the surface, wolves hunt deer, etc.
Yes. Yes. But monsters that live down here that feed. When they feed, they grow.
And they stay down here.
Not always. Some know how to dig, after all.
But But you could have killed them when they came up. At least you would have been united.
Maybe when we look back in history, the worst decision we made was choosing to stay down here to attempt to guard the surface from these beasts. Could have been better. Could have been worse. I've seen the creation of horrible things. Things that I don't know anyone on the surface could kill.
Like what?
And you just see him kind of like just begin to genuinely like tremble and like his lips begin to quiver.
What?
I've seen spiders grow to the size of many men together. I've seen them feed on one another and grow.
Alright, that's a little gross.
I've seen dragons twist, become vile. We've had to kill many of them to stop them. I've seen rats grow to piles.
How are they growing? That doesn't work that way.
I mean, I'm visualizing it.
What they eat down here.
What do they eat?
What are they?
Is it good?
And he just kind of like beckons around at the moss around him. It used to glow because of the life in it. But these colors, it was never these colors. Something is changing the dark. And the things that consume it eat with a ravenous hunger that I've never seen.
The brains?
I don't think it's the brains. I think the brains want to eat too. That's why they eat the creatures that eat it. So they can take its powers.
Oh.
So
You can see the moss is like dripping, like with a thin ooze of its own color.
Okay.
So like of the blue moss,
Sure.
it begins dripping like this viscous, like gelatinous substance that just kind of like pops down onto the ground. Hey, you want to catch some in a vial? Sure. So I mean, as you catch some in a vial, it just lands in a thin puddle and just kind of like congeals, almost looking like it's solidifying.
Ugh.
Mm-hmm.
So one vial of
Underdark goo.
Underdark goo.
Undergoo.
Under.
As you kind of like go to cork it, you catch like a whiff of this horrible metal. Like, you know how when you smell the iron of blood, you get a horrible odor of like a dense metal.
Oh.
Like
That's
something's
the worst smell.
like something's bleeding.
All right, so I want like a decent amount of it, not like
Okay.
a full vial.
Yeah, so I mean, we'll say that you get like a quarter of a vial of each of the colors. I'll give you each of the colors. Green, blue, and orange.
Be careful with that, Bran.
Mm-hmm.
Don't touch it.
I didn't plan on touching it.
Just make sure it doesn't open up in your bag.
Don't taste it. And
I mean,
I
I think that was...
I wouldn't carry it around down here. They'll smell it. They'll hunt you.
Into my bag of holding.
Mm-hmm.
What will hunt us? The
monsters.
spiders?
Well, there are more than spiders down here. As I've said, I've seen great worms grow. I've seen rats. I've seen bats. I've seen horrible things. I've seen nothing, and yet still felt a chill and a pain in my side, as though the shadows themselves are coming to life. I've seen hounds, cursed and putrefied, covered in this goo, in this growth.
Is that what was in the fortress? There were people and treasures.
What do you mean in the fortress?
There was a room.
What?
There was a room and Olive was in a cage.
Olive?
Zedelia.
Oh. Oh, yes, their princess.
And there was a bunch of
We've not seen her in days.
treasure and people who were like stone.
Oh. Oh, no. The doctor must have been experimenting again. He liked to extract the powers from creatures. I would assume it was something that he was attempting to feed towards the devourer.
Oh. He's feeding it?
Why is he doing that?
The way it sounds... It sounds as though... Cheers, brother. It sounds as though the doctor was more interested in the power, as though tempted, believing that he could control it for himself. He was always jealous of Dain. Dain was blessed with miraculous physical gifts. He put other Grey Dwarfs to shame.
Single tear. Really?
The doctor, he was weak, cowardly. Whenever Dain was forced to lead troops out into the Underdark to clear monstrous dens as they would gather and attempt to accumulate and grow, his brother would never go with him.
Why did Dain kill so many people? Why didn't he ask for help?
Oh, he has. Centuries he's asked for help. He's asked the mountain dwarves, and they've always told him no. That's why there was a reason Dain never engaged in war with the mountain dwarves. Despite his hatred, feelings of abandonment, and betrayal, he still saw them as his people.
What about anyone else?
He's tried, but the humans were always too busy with their own wars. And the elves have always hated the Grey Dwarves. Justifiably.
And the regular dwarves.
Yes. The elves, as we've known, were always mostly concerned with the lizards. But 200 years or so ago, when things changed and the world's shape changed, the Grey Dwarves weren't left with much down here. Many of our exterior fortresses were devastated and broken by the earthquakes and the tremors that resulted. There was little for Dain to do other than solidify the last, and he just beckons back in the direction of where you were, the last bastion of the Grey Dwarves down here, the Black Keep. He brought everyone back. He's always asked for help.
But they look like ghosts. No,
The dwarves in the city?
it's like nothing left.
No, they've begun to change. They've begun to... We call them twisted. Dain cannot kill mind flayers too easily, even a man of his strength, and our army has been depleted by time and circumstance. We've only been dealing with the mind flayers for a decade. They weren't common down here, you see. We had reports of similar things for 100 years or so, but they were always infrequent, and we didn't know what to make of them. Men would come back claiming of these horrific creatures that they had seen down here, but they would come back confused and befuddled, their memories twisted and inconsistent. They would describe beings that we'd never seen It was difficult to believe them, and when we would go hunting, we would find abandoned hovels that looked lived in, inhabited, but no colony, no living spaces, just empty holes.
What do you make of this, Bran?
It seems like they've already lost.
I would agree. You're fighting a losing battle.
Well, that was why Dain wants to kill the Devourer. He believes if he kills the Great One, that the rest will... He doesn't know. Perhaps break. Perhaps become powerless.
Has he tried using one of his fancy drills on it?
Yes. Whenever he does anything at that excavation site, it's broken. As though it descends into the dark and something stops it. Some kind of force that you can't see. It halts and it shatters. Dain has built many Earthshakers. To this very point. He believes that while the obsidian has great capacity for containing magic, it's powerless against whatever telekinetic abilities that the Mind Flayers must have. That is why he began searching for the marble. He needs something that can withstand their magics. And you just see he kind of like reaches into his cloak and he pulls out this small little like chain of beads around his neck that look like very smooth to the touch marbles of Elven marble. Dain gave me this, so this way they could not get to me. This has been what I have been using to stay safe in the Underdark while I have traveled and attempted to gather what information on them that I can. I've found several, it seems like, resting places that they hide, but they hide in numbers and I cannot fight them.
How many do they hide in?
Usually no more than 4.
Okay.
Can't kill 4 of them.
Most
Barely
times
killed
I've
one.
seen them traveling in pairs, but they carry beasts with them
Oh, great.
that seem as though they're under their command.
Makes sense.
They are.
Yes. This is why we asked for marble. We asked King Arland to trade marble. Over 8 years ago now. When Dain first became suspicious of what was going on down here. We requested marble in trade. We were willing to give obsidian in exchange. But King Arland refused. We understand that we've made war. We've understand that we've caused problems, but we were willing to create peace with Arland. But Arland would never forgive. Would never forget. And he told us to be damned down here. And so we marked the door to always remember that the surface damned us down here, that we are on our own, and that these are our monsters to slay, and if we fail, well, I fear what would happen to your surface.
Despite everything you told me, even now, I want to rip that from your neck.
I understand, sir. If I had another, I would give it to you. But this is all the marble that we had. And Dain entrusted it to me because of my ability to, I guess, go unseen here in the dark.
What happened to the marble in the city?
The marble that they've begun harvesting?
Yes.
That's the problem. When they bring a shipment down, the Twisted take it, and they break it, before Dain or anyone else is capable of doing anything with it. It's as though the Devourer knows what Dain's plan is, but cannot kill Dain himself. But they are slowly taking over all of his people, and soon he will be alone in that castle, without a single friend left.
What does he need me for?
He does not believe that he can kill the Devourer of his own any longer. He's much weaker now than he was in his prime. He boasted of his battle with you when he returned. Near death he was. Formidable allies, formidable foes. I do believe that his last goal is to find peace for his people, and then be at peace with himself.
What do I need to do?
I have to get you to the city, but we cannot work with the other dwarves that are there. We must stay hidden. And we must get as much marble as we can discreetly back to Dain in the keep. And we must build and destroy that brain before it devours the last of us. With every soul it devours, with every brain it eats, it grows stronger and more knowledgeable. I fear what it would do with a brain like Dain's, what it would do with a power like Dain's, or like either of yours, or like any of the powerful people you might know who are your friends on the surface. I fear what it would become if it were to eat a god, like one weakened down here.
It needs to be stopped, Bran. Not for Dain. For the surface. For my people.
I refuse.
I understand, sir.
Made your choices.
Very well.
How confined are we?
You're in like a 10-ish radius area, like small little circle.
Will you be leading us out?
I could take you back to an area that would get you to the surface outside of... Is there anywhere you wanted to go? The tunnels can go anywhere.
I don't know. Where do you want to come up?
Bran, if that brain takes over the rest of the dwarves...
It already has their leader. It's over.
But it will...
If anything, giving them marble would just arm them against the other races.
But it
They're
will
already
breach
controlled.
the surface. We don't need to give it to them. But we need to kill it. It will take over the surface. We know that there is a god down here that is weakened. If it takes over, we're doomed.
I don't believe it's strong enough.
Don't believe what is strong enough.
I don't believe it's strong enough to take over a god.
Very well. Where would you like to go? I can't take you under a city. I cannot take you beneath Renya. Their magics have blocked the pathways from the Underdark up. I could take you to the outskirts. I could take you... I can't take you really around the area of Zedilia. That still belongs to Loth. I could take you south, but those areas are infested with goblins. And their caverns are deep and massive, and filled with traps.
I don't know. Where do you want to go?
We have to go to the city, Bran.
Which city?
I just look.
Renya then?
No. Delahil.
It's not
They
happening.
will come to the surface.
Then we'll fight them there.
If they have the full power of the Underdark and a god, we won't be able to stop it. You saw how much it took just to kill one of them.
It's pretty easy, actually.
But there
Didn't
would
even
be-
have my gear.
There would be thousands. With all the knowledge of the ages. From a god.
How? So I guess from our standpoint, do we know how old Lolth is?
I mean, I'll permit you both to roll from history.
Okay.
Just to see whether or not you can gather, like, any sense of information.
Oh, terrible.
3.
3.
3.
8. I mean, she seems a few hundred years old. Like,
Not that much knowledge.
you don't know for sure, but she from stories, I guess, from the you know, from times like Olive has discussed things about her, from stories in terms of like what in downtime, I guess theoretically you would have talked to with Scarlet Zedilia.
Sure.
You can tell that she is a few hundred years old. But you don't know exactly how much. Realistically, you can probably estimate at least 300. So older than the Grey Dwarves that are here.
Right.
It's not just a god, Bran.
I say we just let the evil eat evil. Let them fight each other, then they won't be on the surface.
If it was anything else, I would agree with you, but Lolth has power all over the world. If it takes her, the knowledge of everything we have above, any advantage we have, goes with her. As much as I hate her and I hate Dain, we need to kill whatever this is, and I'll kill him myself. But we need to stop this.
I don't know.
I will kill him.
I won't help them.
We don't have to help them. It's not for them. We can rebuild the city.
Oh, Lord. Maybe.
What would it take, sir?
Time.
What would it take from the Grey Dwarves? From me?
After it's done, you'd live on the surface.
I will lead you out.
I think I could convince the people to leave the dark. We've suffered here long enough.
You'd help me rebuild the city.
Delahil? Of course.
And
Of
then
course.
you'd be permitted to leave.
We can make that work. And he just kind of like reaches out like his old like withered hand towards you because he doesn't have like gloves or anything.
Right.
Shake hands.
I'll also shake.
Mm-hmm. Very well. And he just kind of reaches and he pulls the necklace off. So the necklace is comprised of like 8 beads. And he just kind of rips it in half for 4. And he hands you each 4 beads. Please, fashion it around your necks.
What about you?
Oh, I'm tired too, friend. There's not much left that I can offer physically to assist you two. And should I feel as though they're beginning to take me. He just kind of like leans down and he unsheathes one of his like rapiers. And you can see that it's just kind of like, it's got a feint around the blades on both sides because it's a double-bladed sword. You can see around the edges, it's got a kind of almost like his kaleidoscope, the like greenish, the pale green. You see it's coated in something. I know what I must do.
Does the surface know we're coming?
No. And they must not. We must stay hidden in the city. I know there are not many who are in there working currently. Most of the smiths have been pulled back because the brain has begun to realize what Dain was doing. He had, I believe, previously convinced it that he was using the marble to, as he had said, siege the city of Renya, but that was never his plan. It was merely a ruse. One to confuse the devourer.
But
Trick
why?
it.
How can we help them if they don't know we're coming?
The surface?
Yes.
The city?
Yes.
There are stores of the marble that have not yet been delivered.
So you want us to steal it from under the dwarves?
Yes. It is the only way, sir. All the ones in the city now are twisted as well. We don't have much time.
Ready the dwarves to leave. Convince them to go to the surface.
I cannot
this is
tell
done.
them to do this. I must wait until they are freed, sir. Until the brain is dead. Should I tell them now, it will know that we are up to something.
Make your own preparations then.
I must accompany you to the city so you may know where the stores are.
All right. Take us then.
I accept the danger of accompanying you as your guide, but it is what Dain has asked of me, and he is my king. Thank you for your help, friends.
I put the necklace on.
You as well? Okay. So, he just kind of leans over. Yes.
I never got the chance. I did want to take off the giant thing around my neck
Oh, yeah, from the collar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
and keep it.
Okay, sure.
Put it in my sack.
Okay. So, we do that. We kind of crack open the little hole here again. And he climbs out back into the hall.
Follow him.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So, we had come down, as I said, triple path. We went to the right. We forked right. We went to the right into his small hole because my printing of this one is shit. So we will modify.
Okay.
So as we come back out, he leads us back up this hallway back to the fork at this junction right here because
Okay.
we would be going back towards the city of Thelahill. So we need to go to the right. So he is leading you guys along. You're continuing to go through hallways and cavernous areas in which there's overgrowing dense portions of these moths. You can see it is reaching to a point where it's moss and other bioluminescent kind of like, it genuinely looks like blood, but it's thicker, it is more viscous, it looks gooey. It doesn't look like a spiderish ichor, like how you had from the Chiudensha and the giant spiders from previously in the Underdark. This just looks not dried, but like a very dense, still warmed blood. So I mean, the best description I have is like gelatinous. So for me, when I cut my finger to the bone and I had to hold my hand steady, the blood, when it begins to congeal, it forms like a gelatin. Like, it's fucking weird looking as shit, but it's still dripping at the base. So wherever it's hanging down from on the walls, it looks gelatinous, but then it drips and it solidifies. Okay. So as you guys are going through the hallway, he is leading you along. You pass through several cavernous areas. And as you're going along, did you have any further questions for this man in terms of other things that you would like to know just about the general history of Grey Dwarves? Because I don't want to, like, jump into something while he's not here.
Right. So... Huh, I don't think so.
Okay. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, he's leading you guys along. You're passing through, like, corridor after corridor.
Son of a bitch. No, the tattoo.
Oh, sure.
The
Yeah, no, you
tattoo.
can. Which one? The chest one?
Yeah, do you know anything about Dane's tattoo?
Okay. So, just, I mean, to put it, I guess, bluntly, it was a dragon.
Right.
Of the tattoo. The tattoo was of a dragon that he had kind of like... All right, now, for the Grey Dwarves, as I had talked about in the Grand Hall, there were oil paintings of other people who were obvious royalship. I had probably about 20-ish episodes ago talked previously about an older ruler, the Drake Tongue family. So the Drake Tongues, yeah, I know, it's been literally, I think it was like episode like 17 when you guys were in the Underdark before. Yeah, it's fucking forever ago. So the Drake Tongues were a prior ruling family of the Grey Dwarves here in the Underdark, and the Drake Tongues were noted for branding the people who they considered their slaves. So, yeah, that was a brand, and that was why he willingly had that removed. So he, when he took over rulership, did not have the capacity to remove it. It wasn't like his immediate concern. It was more in the same way like his way of spitting into the face of the other Drake Tongues that still survived, because he only killed the ruler, and in order to become the ruler of the Grey Dwarves, there is a ritualistic combat thing that they do where anybody is permitted, like in most old-fashioned civilizations, there's permitted to be a challenge of the ruler by somebody who is a notable either elite, like a noble elite or a military elite. They are permitted, but you have to have attained the ranking of general in the military, or you have to be one of the kind of like aristocratic families in Grey Dwarf society. So this way, you can't just have like 30 people consistently challenging the king and occupying all of his time.
Right.
Yeah, he killed the previous Drake Tongue ruler, and that was how Dain became about 270-ish years ago. 250-ish years ago, sorry, because he's 320, he's ruler at 70. Yeah, so 250 years ago. He killed the last Drake Tongue ruler. And what was the Drake Tongue ruler's name? Because that's actually theoretically important. No, those are all... Nope. Broog. B-R-O-O-G.
Broog?
Yeah, Broog. Broog Drake Tongue. Because Grey Dwarves, as the ancestral dwarves for being like the first ones in the same way that the Wood Elves were the first elves for you guys, Grey Dwarves do descend back to about the 1,000 years of history, of known history of this world. So it has been consistently a conflicted thing for a few different families to consistently be fighting over rulership of the Grey Dwarves, but Dain has been the ruler for the last 250 years.
So what was their thing? We have Firehand, we have Drake Tongue.
Oh, Drake Tongue, they were literally capable of interacting with the dragons down here. That's literally why the crown does that. Yeah, each aspect of what the royal part of what becomes the regalia of the king is a reflective thing of each member of the families previously. So the Drake Tongues,
crown,
the Drake
gauntlets.
The gauntlets were the Ironbeards.
Right. Or you mean the Firehands?
Oh, sorry. No, the gauntlets are capable of doing either. So like he's capable of, so he punches, and that's how he's making the iron.
Right.
he can still heat them because he is both. Fire Hand is literally just the ability to make.
He's of the two.
Correct.
Right.
So that's why he's capable of making the specific things together. So the gauntlets were Ironbeards, the crown were the Drake Tongues, the armor itself were the Coalbeards, because it's like a black kind of coalish looking armor. It's more obsidian than coal, but they were the ones who made because they were the first kings. Yeah, that's why it's ironic that Dudrick Coalbeard was one of the generals here, and you guys kicked him into a hole. He was a cool fucking character. He's in a hole now.
All right, thanks for all that information, Elric, that you've
Yeah,
freely given me.
Oh yeah, and also Elric, it's
Is-
Elric Gloomguard. That's his name. Gloomguard, yeah.
I wonder what his family's done. Interesting.
Yeah. In terms of just other generic things about the Grey Dwarves, in terms of things that he would not, be, I guess, that he would still be willing to, share with you, because he trusts you. He's been charged to do this by Dain. Let's think. I mean... Told you about how long ago the Mind Flayers started to become a problem. Told you about the locations of Mind Flayers. Told you about them traveling in very small packs. Told you that they have with them usual beasts. He's also seen certain situations in which he's had goblins and even drow elves with them. He's seen them having possessed and twisted different actual humanoid races of creatures.
Not the Elfus.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. No,
Come
they're
on,
getting
come
fucking
on,
everyone
come
down here.
on. Elves?
But primarily,
That easily?
they're only resistance to charm, not possession. I put after dawn. Yeah. Did you switch it to the main, where Dawn's on that one, or Grimdar's on that one? Okay. Because, yeah, I specifically made sure I put it on the After Dawn one.
Oh, Dawn.
Blah, 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 blah.
Oh, it's great. Wonderful.
This is more Elric shit.
Elric.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, the separation for them was about 600 years ago, in terms of when the mountain people left.
Right. Which was before the Sundering.
Correct.
I mean, not the Sundering.
The Continental Divide.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
Yeah, that's just what I always called it. I was going to call it the Cataclysm or some bullshit, but I was like, that gets used too often in video games and shit.
Sundering is also used.
Yeah.
Really don't want to help them. Really just want to let them eat each other.
Yeah.
Seems
No, I mean, that's been what's been going on. But that's just why Dain
yeah, status quo, we're good.
and Elric are so terrified, because, it was essentially from their perspective, as he's explaining it to you, he saw it becoming a problem about 50-ish years ago, and that was part of the reason for why they've begun to pull back in their war with the elves. That's why they haven't really been doing anything with the elves in the last 50-ish years. That's why the first inkling of combat has been because of the shit with Grendel, but that's more Grendel fucking werewolf. But that's why that was why the Grey Dwarves have mostly been accommodating peace with the elves and not actually fucking shit up with them anymore, because they've been too busy and concerned with the Mind Flayers, and it's been within the last 10 years that Dain and Elric have been essentially utilizing Elric as a secretive reconnaissance member that is no longer living in the Black Keep. He's been willing to subject himself to living out here because he's a ranger.
Right.
Alone, just fucking reclusive, just continuously charting and mapping the movements and locations of the Mind Flayers. So he's been the man that's been tracking and attempting to do whatever he can possibly do to prevent the Mind Flayers from doing whatever it is they completely want to do down here. But he's one man, and the Grey Dwarves, it's not that they're powerless against them, but they're definitively outclassed compared to the Mind Flayers. You said that was fixed, though?
Should be.
Okay, because, yeah, I was going to say, like, I hit main at first, but then I realized that the After Dawn one was still there, and I hit that, like, 3 minutes into the stream.
I realized I didn't put Grimdar's stat block back in the folder because I didn't have him last episode.
Sure, yeah. Okay. So as you guys are traversing through the areas with Elric, you're frequently hearing the dripping sounds as you're passing through. You guys are walking very slowly and very carefully because he's aware of the dangerous areas in which shit usually happens, and he traditionally avoids them.
Yep.
But yeah, he leads you to what is eventually this opening. So it is an enormous cavernous opening that is larger in scale to what you guys have previously been going through. And this is the area in which the tunnelers came to Thelahill. So when the first assault with the Earthshaker, this was what was previously excavated, and in that very little time frame of only a few weeks, this abundance of overgrowth has overtaken the stalagmites and the small rocks in this area. So I'm not putting anything here. This is just straight up, this is what you're at this side. And we're going to use this one for our good pal, Elric.
Okay. Everybody's on there.
Yep. And this is what you see ahead of you. Genuinely, it is a cavernous area that feels pretty rectangular. It's about 40-ish to 50-ish feet in width, and then it looks as though it goes on beyond the scope of your dark vision, so you guys are only capable of seeing about half of the way. You see rocks, great boulders, and stalactites that are covered in this bioluminescence. You hear bugs crawling over things, where you hear like their feet like chittering over stone like rapidly. No, you don't see anything. You can see that the moss looks like it's pulsating. And you hear it dripping and just heavy, dense, like raindrop-esque plops onto the ground.
What is all this?
I stopped coming this way. I've stopped coming this way, but it is the only way through to the city.
Why have you stopped coming this way?
I've seen them around here, as though they're attempting to stop anyone from bringing the marble back towards the Black Keep. I have not been down here in at least a day or more. The last time I was here, I saw 2 of them, and then they were accompanied by 2 hound-like creatures at their sides, but the hounds were twisted and foaming at the mouths. I've tried to sneak by, but it feels like they can sense me even when I'm invisible.
Oh.
Oh,
Great. Well, then
why are we going this way?
It's the only way to the city.
Oh,
Then we should probably move quickly.
we need to go.
Now. No turning pages. No, don't even
Mhm.
grab dice. Nope.
No. Yar, there be the, we'll say, the maze outlay. Very carefully walk.
Well, you you've navigated this before.
I have. I will go first.
But you're not protected anymore.
No, I am not. If they appear, I will do my best to fend them off. But that's why you're here.
All right.
Okay.
Lead the way.
So he is going to, because he is the one all the way on the right, Grimdar's in the middle.
Yep.
He is going to take 3 steps forward, 1 step to the right, 1 step forward, 1 step forward.
Yep, gonna follow him.
Okay. And then he pauses very briefly by this rock. Don't touch any of them.
Okay. I
It is
wasn't
just-
going to.
Good. It is.
You told us that before.
Yes, I felt the need to remind you. Steer clear of these things.
Okay.
And as you're close to the rock now, you can see that kind of like around the base of them, because it's got like an elevation around the midpoint where it kind of curves in, so you can see closer towards the bottom as it curves underneath. You can see that around it, these goos have like kind of formed into these beautiful neon puddles of almost like tie-dye-esque mixtures of liquids. Around them, though, you can see that there are like very small animals that look like rodents that are at the base of it underneath the rock, like desperately drinking this substance, like feverishly drinking this shit. Okay, and he is going to take 3 more steps forward, and then he is going to take 3 steps to the right. Okay, roll for perceptions.
That will be a 17.
17.
So 14 or 18, which one do you want me to use?
Your active perception, not your passive.
Okay, so
Do I have to do
14.
an intelligence check or anything too?
No, not yet.
Okay.
No, you're.
We
you're
did
going,
several of them the last
You're
time.
going to 100%. They're
Great.
coming up.
Great.
Oh, it's just gonna be. Show me how smart you are, Grimdar. Yeah.
Oh.
So, 17 and 14, you said. Okay. So, you both hear, similar to previous sounds of what you associated with the spiders on the ceiling, when we had been in the Underdark previously, and it was the Chiwedansha on the ceiling.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's fast-paced, like many-legged skitterings as you hear it, because it sounds like there are several of these around you. As you look up around you, you can see that there are spiders. They're large. They look like approximately 4 feet in like width, but they're running, and they're running this way.
Do you see them?
The spiders?
Where are they going?
Oh, they must be. They look frightened.
That's not good.
No, it is not.
That means there's something worse
Yes,
ahead.
it is your choice, friends.
We can't go back, so only way is forward.
Thank you.
It's not for you.
I know.
We gotta get the hell out of here.
Okay, so he's going to take 3 steps forward, 1 step to the left, 1 step up.
No, no.
Oh, right there. Yeah.
I said, place yourselves very.
I mean, I'm doing it. I just didn't remember.
Oh, you're good. And again, he pauses by this like kind of thicker looking stalactite down at the base, and he's just looking around desperately to see whether or not he can see anything ahead of you guys. And his vision is mostly obscured by that one
Yeah.
stalactite that is just overgrown, like in a massive sense, It looks like the moss extends about 15, because the height of this area is about 20 feet up, 25 feet up.
Yeah.
And the moss is just wreathed down over it.
Is there something wrong?
This is massive. I've never seen it this big before.
The rock or the moss?
A moss. It looks terrifying. It looks like there's something in it. And you see that the moss begins to like pulse around the center and like wriggle.
Wee. Oh no!
15.
15. Okay. You can see that embedded into the moss, what looks like the outline of like a face.
11. Do I see it too?
Mm-hmm.
Great.
We'll roll for his perception.
Bran,
I
I see it.
do you see a face?
Hey, psst. All right.
What?
Do you see the face? In the moss.
In the moss?
There's a face.
And he just kind of
No,
like
don't
leans. What?
I grab him.
Eh?
And I grab him.
Don't lean forward. Follow your own rule.
I know, but what is in there?
This is your domain, bud.
Bud.
Nothing good. And I'm gonna draw the greatsword.
Okay.
Just gonna.
Yeah, I'm pulling out Tarhan's sword.
You might want to ready your weapon. This part's never good.
Very well. And he reaches out and he pulls out like his old like rickety crossbow,
Oh,
and
why
he's just
is he
like
a ranger? Why?
he's just like shaking. Just
Get behind
He
me.
doesn't even have a pet.
Get behind me.
I can't move from here.
What do you mean?
I can't move.
Are you stuck?
And he just looks down at his feet, and the puddle from the stalactite near you guys is like congealing around his boots. Oh, no. I can't move.
What do we do?
I can't move.
I cover his
And
mouth.
he begins like panicking.
I cover his mouth.
Okay.
Wait.
Relax.
Relax. Okay, we're gonna be able to. We can move it. Now I'm gonna take a look at the goo. What is it doing?
Ha.
What is the goo doing?
The goo is beginning to like kind of elevate up his ankle as though it's gripping and like tightening around his calves.
Uh-huh.
And you see from inside of the moss ahead of you, appearing out
good.
from the moss.
Is it olive? Is this olive?
It's not olive.
It's Bigfoot.
A tentacled-faced creature.
Oh, but it like doesn't look like the other ones we've seen. Is it different?
It looks... The best way to describe it is that it looks almost like it has willingly coated itself in oil.
Great.
Oil.
Not oil, but
Oil.
like a substance that looks like oil. Like it looks like it's coated itself in some weird black goo. Roll initiative.
I say to Elric,
Elric, what... Where can I stand that is safe ahead of you?
Right in front of me.
All right.
that's an 11.
That's a 10.
Okay. I mean, I rolled a nat 1, so it's fine.
Okay.
Pulls a 10. Don's an 11.
Creepy
And
goo monster.
Elric.
With tentacle face.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Very good. You're up, Grimdar.
Okay, I grip my weapon, clap the boots together.
Thunderstep.
Yep, hop in front.
Okay.
I would still have my temporary hit points from earlier when we smacked the shit out of Dain. So I'm assuming it was like an hour ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
It fails the con save.
Great. So that is
3d8.
3d8. Yep.
Thunder.
$13.
Okay.
And then I'm going to attack it. With
Very
my,
good.
With my sword.
Very good. I'm going to roll for another thing. So as your thunderstep kind of uproariously booms in this wonderful cavernous area, and it echoes all around you, you hear the crushing, horrific sound of dirt suddenly breaking and uprooting ahead of you, as though something bursts through the ground.
Don't.
Oh my god! Where is this going?
On the opposite side of the moss.
Here?
This way a little bit towards Paul.
They can see this, right?
Here? Yeah. Holy shit.
Oh,
God.
That's straight. I'd like. Oh God. That reminds me of the thing in Dark Souls 3. Oh Jesus.
Yeah, so you can see that this thing, it crushes up into the fucking ceiling. It is 25 feet high as it coils up, and its many tendrily-like limbs are just outstretched. And you can see that it's covered in spikes that look like it's dripping this black ooze that's covering this thing. You may roll your attacks.
Well, that was a 16 plus 11, so I assume
Yes,
that
you're hitting.
I assume that's hitting.
I guess after that happens, what the fuck is that, Elric?
Fiends.
Fiends?
I don't know.
Fiends?
By gods. I've never seen a creature that big.
34.
Okay.
Then my second attack.
Mm-hmm.
That is also a 16 plus 11.
Very good.
It
Roll
will
your
hit
damage.
again. God damn, these rolls are good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my! It's okay. So that's the same. It was a 6 and a 4, and then a 5 and a 4. So identical.
Mm-hmm.
So that is 30.
Okay.
So a total of 60.
77.
77.
Yep. So
Lovely.
You thunderstep, you boom, this thing bursts out of the ground, and then you just very deeply with Tarhan's greatsword slash up at an angle and then slash down, kind of making almost like a Y shaped into this thing's fucking chest. And it just like bubbles over with blood, and it looks like the blood is purple. Like it's a dense, dark, royal purple color, almost like your iPad cover.
Okay.
And you see that it's mixing and sliding down its stomach with this whatever black ooze is encoding it.
Okay.
And it just kind of like makes a horrible, horrible guttural noise.
Great.
Mm-hmm. Your turn.
I'll move closer to him. And then I'm going to split the sword and attempt to dig out his feet
Okay.
while asking him, where do we go from here? We gotta get out.
We must get... There's a small tunnel up ahead we must get by.
Okay. And as I'm digging the goo away, is it doing anything? Or is
Roll.
it like just a flat roll?
The goo has armor class and stuff like that, so you're making an attack roll against the goo.
So 16 plus
Yeah,
8?
you're hitting.
Yeah.
Why is it 16s? I rolled 2 16s and then you rolled a 16.
Go ahead. Roll your
damage.
You have to roll your actual damage.
Okay.
Yeah, the goo itself has stat blocks.
Yay, 1. Plus 4, that's 5. And then from 5 plus 4 is 9. So a number, 15?
14?
14. And
Okay.
then plus the radiant
Yep.
for the 1.
Yep.
Oh, Lord. So 5. And then 1, 6. Oh.
So you deal 20 to the goo.
Yep.
Okay, so yeah,
That's
I mean,
with 1.
sure. So yeah, you're like slashing into the goo, and you kind of free up like his 1 foot. The goo just kind of like reviles and like splits up, and it looks as though it vibrates and then recedes back and begins climbing back up the stalactite. So
Okay.
one of his legs is free.
And then my extra attack, I'm going to hit his other leg.
Okay.
Oh, boy. Ooh, 9 plus 8.
Okay.
Hits?
Yeah.
All right. Well, 5
Sure.
plus 4. And
So
then the
9.
radiant. 4. And then 1 again. God
Okay.
damn.
Yeah, no,
That's bad.
that breaks the other leg free.
Okay.
So you just very swiftly slash, penetrate through the goo. It bursts and splashes around, but it dissipates and it kind of like shrivels up because of the radiant effects of it. What is left and separated does retreat back up the stalactite in a kind of creepy, almost flubbery-like slow climbing over the ridges of the stalactite. Okay. Next is Elric.
Wait, he said the tunnel, right? Never mind.
Mm-hmm.
Elric, what do we do? What is that thing?
I've not seen this. It looks like one of them, but it doesn't. Yeah, so he's gonna make...
That's cryptic.
I mean, yeah, he genuinely doesn't know, though.
Yeah.
Yep, so he's gonna pull his sweet little crossbow.
He's bad.
I should throw something at you for making him a ranger.
Actually,
should peg something in your face.
All right. Don, please make an acrobatics check with disadvantage. Or a dex save with disadvantage.
16? What the fuck?
Don!
Why? So
Don
it's
weighted his
16
dice with disadvantage.
16 plus 6.
Disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Oh.
16.
Uh,
Did you weight these? Like, what the
no,
fuck?
it's
He's
17 with the bonus.
17 with the bonus.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. So you thankfully are going to break out of this because his crossbow, it fires net shots. So like he nets you in the back as he just whips around, seeing that his feet are free, and he doesn't really position himself correctly to attempt to fire from over you,
Yeah.
like leaning around to the side, because he wants to attempt to restrain this thing as he just shrieks and screams and just beasts and fires, and you feel like the little weighted like cow
Yeah,
trap
yeah.
kind of balls like slap into
Yep.
your shoulder, and this net just falls helplessly at the thing's feet in front of you.
Can I make a reaction as it hits me in the back?
Yeah, what kind of
I'm
reaction?
going to grab it and throw it at the thing's face instead.
Yeah, I mean, make a dex check to see whether or not you can actually catch the thing.
That is a natural 20, so boogity boo,
Yeah,
right in
okay.
its face.
You throw the thing. It has to make now an athletics check to see if it grapples out. It does not grapple out.
Great.
So it's restrained, so it can't move. So beginning of its turn, repeats the grapple check, still cannot break out. You guys all have to make intelligence saving throws because you will be beautifully struck by the mind blast
Oh, that's a 6.
as it just opens its like tentacle-like maw.
From this?
Yeah.
Okay.
And just... Whoa.
It's in between a 10 and a 17.
Re-roll it.
Oh, please. Either of those would have been fine. It's a saving throw, right?
An intelligence saving throw.
That's 2. Mine's
Plus
a
9.
6.
What was yours?
A 6.
Come on, Elric. Team! Okay, so everyone fails the int save.
Wearing a necklace.
Correct.
Yeah.
But that's not for the int save. That's for it, like, taking control of you. So
Great,
you'll be...
so we won't be consumed.
You won't be consumed. You won't be stunned. You'll still take the damage.
Sure.
He'll be stunned, but
Great.
you won't take the damage.
The damage.
Yes.
Oh, make sure you roll the right damage this
Yeah,
time, John.
not 10d10.
That was the correct damage.
Was it?
I don't believe you.
For the extract brain. I actually rolled less for the mind blast.
What?
It's 4d8. I rolled 66. So like it's 4 higher on the average.
Okay.
Like it's not like it's an absurd amount
Sure.
in terms of difference.
Mind blast me. Do it. Do it.
You can roll it in chat.
Chat.
Yeah.
What is it? Exclamation?
Exclamation mark, roll, space, whatever the dice is. If we're doing large sums
Yeah.
like that,
So 20. So all of you take 20.
69 HP.
There you go. And then Elric is stunned. But as I said, you guys are not stunned.
Right. Where's it going?
To the left of you. And it just fucking... So, in the creepiest fashion it possibly can, it goes from being fully upright and slightly curved to just recoiling
Oh.
and skittering
Great.
at you, like in what feels like a split second. It covers all 30 fucking feet, essentially just with its fucking width, and then it just rears up in front of you, and it's 10 feet still with its height, despite most of it still being on the ground, and it just reaches down towards you and attempts to bite you.
Okay.
24 with bonus.
Yes. That'll do it.
Yes.
Yes. Is this an aberration, a fiend, or undead?
Technically, it is an aberration.
So it has disadvantage on attack rolls against me.
Very, very good. 14, so yeah, it'll miss.
Ha ha!
Very good.
Knowing
My
our gear.
brain!
It's like
my
a-
items!
Okay, so yeah, it bites again, disadvantage. That's a 21 with bonus. That's 23, so 21
Yeah,
with bonus.
okay, so that'll hit.
Okay. So 15 plus 7 is 22.
Okay.
And then you have to make a DC 18 athletics check. You have advantage on athletics, I believe. Or no, you don't have advantage on athletics.
No,
You're
it's
just proficient.
advantage on strengths. 14 plus 6. So
So
I'm good.
20. So yeah,
Yeah.
you succeed.
Or no, athletics?
Yes.
Yeah, over 20. I'm good.
Okay, so
Yeah.
yes. So it bites down at you and it attempts to swallow you. That's why you have to make the
Great.
check, because it would swallow you. So you just are caught in the kind of like tendrilish.
I mean, could I, like, Drax this thing?
I mean, I have 2 swords, so
I'm not saying you can't attempt to. But
I
like
really want to jump right in its mouth.
it bites you and you don't get swallowed. It like bites at you. It sinks its horrible toothy area into you, and you just kind of push back against it, and it
Okay. I
rears
would like
backwards.
to, as I push back, I want to punch a bunch of times in its mouth to make a large piece of obsidian to try to block its mouth.
You've already used your reaction to throw the
Sure.
net.
Okay.
Top of the order.
Yep.
You
Oh,
are the
okay.
top of the order.
I'm going to attack this thing in front of me again.
Okay.
17.
At the mind flayer?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It'll hit the mind flayer.
Great. Yeah, no, I'm not attacking the other thing. I did not. 6, 12, 14, 27 on the first attack.
Pop cooldowns. All of them.
That is a 19, so that is a crit.
Mhm.
With
You're gonna
Louis'
kill it.
club. Okay, great. So I swing the sword through it at the side, and then I twist it back up and cut its head off.
Very good. So yeah, its squid-like visage is now broken at the neck. It slides off the body. As it does, you can see that the body looks mostly, now that the squid face is detached from it, it looks almost like the body of an elvish man, because a lot of the goo starts to descend off of it, as though the covering of it that was attempting to disguise it from you has now begun to wither away and slide off. So yeah, it's dead. It's on the
Great.
ground.
I don't like these things, Bran.
They're hideous.
Is this thing's mouth still down at my level? is
No,
it-
it
it's
kind of
reared
rears
back?
back up, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna pop action surge and hit it again. 24.
Hits.
Great. Ooh. So that's 21. 27, 20, 29. 36 on the first attack.
Okay.
The second attack will not hit.
Okay.
So it's a 3.
Yeah. All right. You're up.
So am I able to reach this thing from where I am?
Yeah, it's close enough, and it's fucking huge. Like, you could hack into its, like, torso or some shit.
So this is like turn 2. I'm gonna take a deep breath and cast haste on myself,
Okay.
which will last 10 turns, right?
Correct.
Okay, great. Oh, jeez. I guess I'll just start hacking at it. I'll,
Okay.
at its torso area. So 14 plus 8, 22.
Get it, Bran.
I'll try. So 9, and then the radiant. Oh god. Oh, what the hell? Oh my goodness, 14
Okay.
for the first attack, and
Okay.
I'm assuming it's not undead. So
No.
Oh, okay.
Just an aberration.
Correct.
Extra attack. Ooh, 18 plus 8.
Yep.
So 7 plus 4, 11. 8.
Nice.
So that's 19 and 23. And then bonus action, bringing this other sword around.
Okay.
18.
Nice.
Okay. And the D8. So 10 total.
Okay.
And then my temporary hit points. Help, help, help. 2.
Okay.
And I don't think I want to move. That'll conclude my turn.
All good. Okay. All right. 3 of you in the area. We'll say Elric is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4.
Guy right here.
Yep.
All right.
Gonna attempt to bite you. First bite will miss.
Okay, if it does hit, I'm gonna use Sentinel.
Okay. Second bite will also miss.
Great.
And then it will utilize its second action to...
Sorry,
Okay.
second action?
Mhm.
Action.
Yeah, it
It's a monster.
not like a lair effect, but equivalent to a lair effect.
Okay.
So how like a dragon can like attack and utilize a breath weapon, this has a similar effect to that.
Okay.
So it descends down as it's biting and you're dodging its thrashing efforts to get you into its fucking mouth. It just kind of like shudders, and you see around the areas on the back where the tendrils extend out, it kind of flares up. So you know when a snake will extend and kind of like show you its hood?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does that. As it does, though, you can see that the legs and the spines and the tendrils all look like, as they shake and vibrate, a horrible ooze begins to pour out of them. It's dripping, and then followed behind from the ooze, this gaseous vapor just puffs out in a circle around this thing. You have to make Constitution saving throws.
Is it poison?
No, it's not actually a poison.
19 on the roll plus 9.
Okay, so you're
plus-
succeeding.
6.
6? You're not succeeding. So, Don, you'll take half.
Okay.
$23.
I'm assuming I can utilize evasion.
Correct,
Okay.
because it's an area of effectability. So you each take half, so rounded down is 11. You fail the saving throw that's associated with it. So for you, your movement speed is halved, and you have disadvantage on... Wait. It's not disadvantage for this first stack. First stack is half movement speed and disadvantage on ability checks. Roll perceptions as well.
A 1, I see nothing.
21.
21. Okay. So you hear from behind you guys what sounds like heavy stomping. Not of metallic foot stomps. But like make a dexterity saving throw.
Both of us? Or, you're at the back.
Could you place me?
Oh,
Now I don't
God.
have disadvantage from the cloud, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so I still have advantage.
It's in this
from
spot?
Correct.
Haste.
So what happens? Because it's in a bad zone.
It doesn't care. 'Cause
Okay,
it
good.
is the bad zone.
Great,
Don.
great.
Jesus, why do I keep throwing it over there? 11, so 15 plus 8, so 23.
23. Okay, so yeah, you're succeeding on the deck save. This one. It's so nice having this roll command, honestly.
Yeah, I like rolling dice, but for larger sums, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'll always roll I roll
You
my
succeeded, so you
66
take half, so
personally.
it's 8.
I will also use uncanny dodge as my reaction.
Okay.
Half it again.
Does that only work for weapon attacks? Because it's technically charging you and goring you with its horns.
When an attacker that you can see... Oh, I guess I can't see him.
Correct.
Okay, so it's 8. Oh, boy.
Yeah, so you feel these horrible as you hear the footsteps just kind of coming up behind you very suddenly and swiftly. You feel these horrible jutting horns like sink into your fucking back.
Lovely.
And that's the Minotaur's turn. I'm going to Minotaur it in air quotes because it's not really under its own volition. The Minotaur. To the top of the order, Don.
Just going to put these here so
gonna-
I remember.
I'm gonna use my free action, pop a vial to pull me back to full,
Okay.
which is very helpful.
Mm-hmm.
At 5 left. And I'm going to, I guess, attack this thing because I can't get over to there to attack that thing, and I don't want it to eat him.
Correct.
So.
And you can see that as you look back at the Minotaur, you can see that it's dripping. Like its face is dripping with these oozes. Radmig.
Admig, wait, how'd you get here?
I think it's Nico Bolas. I need to get Booja. Just this horrible
Another
elephant
monster is entering
thing.
the fray.
There's
Wee!
a weird elephant covered in fucking tie-dye goop.
Next to the Minotaur. Who else was in the... let's get a goblin in there.
I'm hitting it. 22.
At the thing?
Yes.
22 hits.
Great. I'm also going to use menacing attack, so whatever my damage is, I'm going to add it. And then it has to make a wisdom saving throw, and if it fails, it's afraid of me till next turn. Till my next turn.
Ooh, woo.
Yeah, it's gonna fail.
Okay.
Fuck you, you big bug!
Yes, let's taunt them, Grimdar. Great. There's something back here. Help!
I'm getting stabbed, Grimdar.
Help, Grimdar. Fucking dwarves.
Right.
33 plus, it's a D8 or D10 for the hit die.
Superiority die?
Yeah. I think it's 10, right?
You're gonna have a 10. I don't fucking
I'm
care.
pretty sure it's a 10. Because I think it was an 8, and then it moves up to a 10. For an additional 3 damage, and it is afraid of me till next turn. I'm going to hit it again. That is a 17 plus stuff.
It's
so
hitting.
Hitting. 9. 14. For 28.
Okay.
And I will use my bonus action, because the vial is a free action, correct? To try to free his other leg. Not turning my back to this, just turning
Both
to the
legs
side.
are free for Elric.
Oh,
He's
they're-
just
okay.
stunned.
Okay, great.
Yeah, he is stunned from the original Mind
Can I
Flayer Psychic
help
Blast.
him in some way?
For stun? No.
Yeah, okay.
You don't have a method of clearing conditions
Okay,
for
so
another
there's
character.
nothing. There's nothing I can do here.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't have lesser restoration. That's a spell for a class.
Okay, got it. I'm good.
You're up.
So he's still stunned,
Correct.
which means I couldn't roll that anyway, so not an idiot.
For a sneak attack.
Yeah, no, because he was incapped. Realistically, I have to turn.
Mm-hmm.
Wee! How you doing?
Yeah, I mean, this is like a 12-foot tall, fucking horrifically and terrifying looking minotaur creature that is, you know, got long red hair. It's got an enormous fucking flail that it's just swinging around over its head, brandishing and prepared to swing down at you. And it looks like its horns are dripping your blood onto its face.
Oh, great. That's
And
great.
it's just like licking up at it and the fucking, you know, delicious moss goo that's dripping down over its face into its eyes.
Lovely, lovely. I'm going to go ahead and,
Kill him.
yeah, just going to bring my one sword up towards his chest.
Okay.
Stabbing inward.
Uh-huh.
Oh God. So, 17.
17 hits.
Okay, good.
Natural armors.
Okay, so 7 plus 4, that's 11. And then the radiant. Plus 3 is 14. So 16 for the first attack.
Okay.
Extra attack. Whee! 9 again. So 9 plus 8 is 17 again. So 8 for the first hit. Plus 5 radiant. 13. So 20. And then I will use my second action to... Actually, no, I'll use my bonus action first. So I brought the first sword up like this. I want to bring the second one around and down. Kind of, it's tall, so I don't know where
Sure.
I'm hitting it.
Yeah,
Is it
you're
the chest
you're hitting
or-
it into like the stomach area.
Okay, the stomach, and
Yeah.
then 5 plus 8.
Nope.
Nope. Okay, so it'll miss.
Extra action from haste.
Oh yeah. So do you want to describe to me how I miss? Because it depends.
I mean, it's more like you just stab into it and you're gonna catch it at like the area of its rib cage, so it's not really gonna penetrate. Like it's gonna just get into the hide and just kind of crack instantly into the bone, so it's not really gonna deal any damage. It's more like just a minor wound or inconvenience, so it's not gonna like cause any bleeding or anything.
All right. Yeah. No, I'll just. Do I want to do main hand? I do have a choice of main hand or offhand for the extra action, I guess.
that's fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and stab him again with the offhand.
Okay.
So 16 plus 8. Yep.
Yep.
3, 4, 7, and then the temporary hit points.
Okay.
2. And don't want to try anything with bonus action. I can't really disengage because I don't know what's over there. Sorry. No, I'm good.
Okay. This thing has disadvantage and is going to attempt to attack Elric because it's not going to attack Dain because it's terrified. 19 and then 17. So it hits Elric. Elric takes 14. Elric, since he is stunned, is going to have... Theoretically... No, because this is a strength stun. I don't remember if you auto-fail.
How long is he stunned for?
1 minute.
Wow.
Yep.
Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess if we were stunned, we were just dead.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. Stun's a horrible
drive.
fucking thing.
I'll drive.
Automatically fails strength and dex.
Wow. Yikes.
So,
It just eats him.
he doesn't die. He's bye-bye into his stomach.
Elric!
Yeah, so you don't see him. You watch him get fucking eaten and just...
I'm gonna, is that a melee? Is that considered a melee attack?
The biting, yes.
I'm gonna hit it as
Okay.
a reaction because I have
Sentinel.
Yep.
You stupid bug bitch!
20 with bonus.
Hits. And then Elric takes 31 acid from being inside the thing's stomach.
I'm sorry, you said 31 acid?
Mm-hmm. In his stomach, yeah.
20 damage.
20 to it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just rolling Elric's acid damage now because it happens at the beginning of his turn. Wait, you did 20?
Yeah.
Okay, nope, still good. So that's its turn. It bites. Recharge. Con saves because it's gonna spit again the horrible fucking goo, and we'll see whether or not we get another stack.
16.
16. It's
Four.
an 18, so 16 fails.
Okay.
4 fails.
Same thing, right? So I
Mhm.
can half it. Okay.
$21, so you're taking 10. Don, you take the 21.
Yep.
Paul, you are at 2 stacks.
Yep.
Oh, okay. You suffer from the blind condition. Yeah, it's so... effectively, it's so dense that, like, your vision becomes obscured and hazy. You are on the first stack, so you have the disadvantage on ability checks, and you have halved movement speed.
Okay.
That's it. And then Minotaur, who is going to flail at you. 17.
No, because I have 2 from haste.
18, so no still.
Yeah, so, yeah, no.
Okay. Yeah, those are its 2 attacks. Top of the order.
I'm gonna use my free action to take out one of the vials of waterfall water, not the real good ones, and just dump it over Bran's face to try to clear the stuff off of his face. I'll turn and I'll back up and.
So the thing with, like, the blind is that it's not the goo that's
Okay.
blinding
So I
him.
cannot help him.
Not in that regard,
All right.
because it's more like the See, this
Sure.
is the problem. It's not a poison. I'm describing
Right.
it as a toxic, like, odorous
Yeah,
thing.
I'm trying to just like clear his vision. If you're
Yeah.
telling me I can't, then okay.
Yeah, I mean, you can... I don't want to waste
Yeah,
that
yeah,
for
okay,
you,
sure.
because it's
Okay,
not going to
that's
work
fine.
that way.
I'll beat the shit out of this big bug thing then.
Yeah.
That is a 23.
Yeah.
Seven. 34.
One. Okay.
I'll pop.
You 34.
Yeah.
Okay. It makes con save to see if it spits him up. Once you do 30 or more, it spits him up.
Okay, great.
So, like, you slash up with Tarhan's greatsword into, like, its belly.
Yeah.
And
I'm also gonna shift before I do that a step
Okay.
closer to.
Okay.
Bran.
So yeah, it's gonna spit Elric up adjacent to you.
Great.
He's prone, but it doesn't actually matter for him for right now.
Yep.
Okay. And then you
I'm
have your
gonna
extra
attack,
attacks.
Yeah, I'm gonna attack it again.
Okay. For reference, he's taken 51. You don't know his hit points, but he's taken 51.
The big thing.
No, Elric. The
Oh.
big thing's taken 191.
And I don't know how does it look?
I mean, it looks very fucking injured. Like, it looks not like it's on exactly the brink of death, but you can see that there are areas where you have gashed. It's
Okay.
dripping blood from most areas. It looks like some of its leg-like things have been cut off. It looks in bad shape, not immediately on the brink of death.
Okay. Can I like yell to Bran before I attack again?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
I can't see.
How does Bran look physically?
I look fucked up.
Bran looks pretty fucked up.
Trying to decide whether I try to kill this bug thing in the next attack or if I try to move and get the Minotaur.
You've been averaging 30 plus damage. I will tell you, on your average damage roll, you would most likely kill the bug.
Okay.
I'm fine.
All right. Kill the bug.
I
Try to kill the bug.
I'm good.
That one.
That is a 20, baby.
There you go.
So there's almost no way that
You're
doesn't
killing
die.
the bug.
Yeah, it's dead.
Oh,
'Cause
because
that's a
your
crit.
gauntlets are juiced
It
up,
had-
right?
So it's dead.
Yeah, it had 27 hit points.
Yeah, there's almost no way that
Yep,
with
it's
double damage, it's dead.
Thematically,
Great.
it's better anyway.
Yeah, so I slice through its into its stomach.
Yeah,
wherever
so-
the part that's in front of
So
me.
whatever, like, large gash you had
Yeah.
made as you cleaved
I
up, you just
cleave,
come
yeah.
backwards and
Yep.
just well, do you want to go down it and split it open even further in the, like, gooey intestinal tract here?
I want to just like chop it in half.
Okay, so
basically.
yeah, you just fucking slide with both fucking hands right through this thing, and you as you're going through it, you hear the bones, because it's a bug. It does
Yeah.
have like a kind of carapace structure, like in the thorax
Yep.
or whatever. You hear breaking, and you're just watching as this thing is just
Yeah.
shaking
I also want to cut from right to left so that way it falls this way and not towards
towards us. Okay,
Yes.
yeah, so it just cracks and breaks and slaps into the moss
Great.
But
and just topples over dead.
yay!
All right.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action to use the Boots of Isharad.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that this spot was safe because we moved this way and then over.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to... Okay,
Clap it.
I'm gonna do something a little bit spooky because if I go here, that's gonna hit you with the cone, and I don't want you'll fail the deck save. So I'm going to go above
It's a
it.
con save.
Sure, but he can't see, so he's gonna get hit by the lightning. I want to appear above it and come down with it on the sword, and then flip off into the spot.
Ooh,
So I would like to use the force of gravity since I can land above it and position the sword below me so that way I can try to cleave into the back of this. as
So
I fall.
what are you targeting though for the location of Thunderstep?
It just says 120 feet. I can just target a spot above it. I don't have to target a thing, do I? Just a location.
I mean, usually, but fuck it, it's cool as shit.
Yeah, I just
do
want
it.
to go above it and then come down at
It's
it.
fucking fine.
So that would be 18 for the attack, assume because I guess that's an attack.
Yeah, and it's gonna fail the cons. Oh, it won't be struck by
Yeah,
the thunder.
yeah, because it's a
So
cone.
yeah, the attack hits.
Okay, great. And then I'm landing behind it.
Yeah, I mean it's cool as shit. Fuck it.
$26. I'm gonna pop another superiority die and use distracting strike.
Okay.
So it's a D10 for 9, additional 9,
Okay.
so 35, and it's distracted. So you have,
Advantage on the next attack.
yeah, you have advantage.
but I also have disadvantage.
Correct.
So I guess it evens out.
Lovely.
So yeah, it's you.
I'm going to use my free object interaction
'Kay.
and dump a potion in my mouth
Okay.
of greater healing. So it's
Okay.
8d4. How do I do that in chat? Just roll.
Exclamation mark roll space 4d4.
It's 8d4.
Oh, 8d4. Sure.
Oh no! Oh my
2
god!
1 1 1 2 2.
There's not a single roll above a 3.
That's why I roll my own dice.
Right.
Oh my god! Help! Yay! I'm at 28. Woo! Oh, plus 4. God damn it!
32.
All right. Well, I'm blinded. I hear the thunder step.
Yep. You hear the Minotaur roar.
I
It's
panic
right in front of
and
you.
just ah!
Yep. Cleave away.
7 plus 8, 15. Oh no! All right, so extra attack.
7 plus 8, 15.
Yep.
All right. Nope.
Bonus action. Nat 20.
There you go.
Boop. So it crits.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, boy.
Get it.
So 3 plus 4, that's 7. 2 plus 4, it's 6. So 13. Do I roll the temp twice or just once?
Temporary is still once.
Okay. Yay, 3. Then I have another action. I'm gonna cast Mirror Image.
Smart. Good plan.
Fuck this.
Okay. So you create 3 mirror images?
Yep.
Okay.
And then ship it.
Very good.
Not hitting me. Dawn getting hit. I even.
Uh-huh. Feels bad. Should have done it. Feels bad. Should have done it.
But you distracted him. I was gonna try and
Yeah.
throw my blade down to distract him.
All right. Well, it is going to turn around and hit you because in its confusion of seeing
Great.
4 of Bran, not remotely going to just swing wildly at
Lovely.
incorrect targets. It is an intelligent thing because it's possessed by a mind flayer. And then it nat 1s on its attack roll, so it's going to just fucking densely, stupidly fucking drop its flail into the ground at your feet, just not remotely close to hitting you. And then it's going to attempt to gore you. 19 with bonus.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. Give him the old goring.
Oh! No, I'm never gonna sneak attack
for
on a bad
14
rogue.
plus 6, so 20 total.
Sneak attack doesn't exist. It's not a part of my. I don't
Yeah, you
use
don't
that.
need that
Nah,
shit.
I don't know. I'm not a bitch.
Okay.
How bad does this thing look?
I mean, it looks pretty fucking injured.
Great.
All right, Elric is gonna stand up and use half of his movement to stand up, and he just sees this fucking thing. And Elric is a hero once
please.
more, and just rickety loads up that net again. Just, I'll save you, boys.
What? the fuck happened to his voice?
He's hurt. He just got. Oh no!
Why does he suck
I have
so
mirror
much?
image up. I have mirror image up.
What did he roll?
Look at it. Fuck off.
How does he keep failing? It's a 1. God, you suck, Elric.
Dex
Fuck,
save?
man.
Dex
Glad
save.
you're not my father. You
yeah.
suck. Jesus.
Advantage. Okay, so that's 9 plus 8, so that's
My
17. 9 plus 12. Why?
So
Why am
we'll
I
say
twin rolling?
as he fires his net shot, it just breaks. Like the fucking strings just crack and his net just falls to the ground at his feet.
How have you survived?
How?
How?
And just everything in his hands just like, you know, goofy style contraption, just springs start flying and just slapping hilariously amidst this horrifying moment because there's an enormously dead fucking monster right here.
Oh my
and he's
God.
just, oh my god. Oh. Oh, get him, boys! And he pulls out both fucking rapiers.
He's gonna stab you and kill you. 100%. You're
You can
dead.
try, but I have mirror image out.
And he's gonna rush forward. And,
No!
A fucking 2. How do you roll a 1
It's not
and a 2?
we're gonna climb the ladder.
Oh my God.
So his first swipe just misses. as-
Stop using that D20. Put it down. Put it the fuck down.
We'll use these beautiful ones.
He's not one too many times.
Unbelievable.
Yep. All right. Second weapon. Come on, Elric. I actually rolled a 3. I just counted up. I'm not kidding. I
Holy
legitimately
shit,
just
Elric,
rolled a.
my
I
God.
legitimately just rolled a 3.
Oh,
I
my-
actually just counted up 1, 2, 3.
Oh.
And he just fucking like drops his weapons and drops to his knees,
Okay.
just consumed by failure and the inability to fucking do actually
You are by
anything.
far the worst Grey Dwarf I've ever met.
I was stronger in my younger years.
Yep, that's what they all
And
say.
he just begins crying.
good.
Yeah, your turn, Don.
I'm
Does
gonna
he take
beat
any
the shit out of
psychic
this
crying
thing.
damage?
A 5. We were close. That's fucking creepy.
4.
Oh my god.
Does he
Roll
like?
again and see if it's 4.
Yeah, if you roll the 4, does he like ascend? Is that how this works?
A 6.
Oh!
Todd.
You have to keep going. You have to keep going.
Cursed basement. Cursed basement.
5.
Okay.
Oh, we're going back and forth.
4.
4.
Get us out! What the fuck?
5.
No,
Get
my God.
Don, get the Ouija board.
4.
What's in here?
11. We're
Oh, it's fun. The
Oh,
curse
the
is
ghost
broken.
is gone. Oh, the ghost is gone. Oh, the ghost is gone.
Don't touch those
Fuck,
ever again.
yeah.
Give those away.
throw these out.
Don, give
Chat.
those away. Give them away.
Chat.
Give them away.
I don't even want to touch him.
Get those fuckers away.
Get that shit away from me.
Okay.
Get that shit away
Oh,
from me.
my God.
Just here, I'll take him. I'll take him over here.
The triangle. I gotta touch it.
Just gonna just leave this right here. Just
Never
Those in
again.
the cursed zone.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna beat the shit out of this
Yeah,
Minotaur
please kill
now.
the Minotaur.
That's a natural 20.
It's dead.
Die, you
It's dead.
stupid
It's dead.
bitch.
It had literally 11 hit points.
I'm gonna
so
cut its head off.
You do.
Great.
You just fucking like joust it like into the fucking chin, but it breaks through all of its neck, so you have it like on a stick. Like
Great.
you fucking just pull down and the head comes with you.
Do the horns look poisonous?
Yeah.
Okay, so don't touch them.
Oh.
Okay. So I stab through its head and slice it off, and then I throw the head off into the distance.
Very good. Very good. Yeah. So I mean, Elric is just here on his knees, and he just kind of stands back up, and it's just.
Elric, what happened? When was the last time you were in a fight?
A fight?
How long has it been since you've come across a monster like this?
Oh.
Or any monster down here?
Well, I have not fought for a few years. Might be a little rusty.
A
Sorry.
little.
Sorry
I
about
think
that,
you might
gents.
be cursed.
I could very well be.
He's been cursed. He's actually been cursed.
It's been tough down here.
Yep, that's great. Let's fucking go.
Please direct me back to over here.
Yes.
I assume he does.
Yes.
Great.
Am I still blinded?
No. Blinding ends.
Okay.
So, yeah, he is going to walk you through the remaining portions of the maze in this area.
I will be drinking a potion.
And as you guys are walking, each of you roll perceptions.
23.
16.
Okay. So, you both individually, as you guys are walking and just at Elric's back, just kind of like almost like Congo lining, walking with him as he's going through these very specific locations. He stops a couple of times and just like, in kind of a way of showing off because of how much of a fucking failure he was in that battle, he pulls out like small little, almost like looks like ball bearings or little like cow traps. And he just throws them over at certain spots in these areas. And as you do, you watch as the ground breaks open and the faces of little monsters that look like the enormous one, but drastically smaller and reduced, break up out of the ground and devour the ball and disappear
So he's
back
just
into the
proving
ground.
that he knows where stuff is.
Yeah, like
Great.
he's actually not an idiot. He's not a good fighter
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
several hundreds of years
Sure.
old.
Yep.
But yeah. And as you guys are watching these things happen and he leads you out through a tunnel, you come to an area in which the Underdark kind of looks as though it begins to clear of this luminescent moss.
Okay.
And as you do, he stops you beneath what looks like one of those channels that you guys had previously been capable of utilizing in the Underdark before. This will bring us into the outskirts near the walls in the northeast side behind the palace. And they won't notice us there. They
You
don't
say so.
They don't mine the marble in that area. They mine the marble on the coast. And they bring it back through the gates. We should be safe here.
All right.
Okay? And you watch as he pulls out from his side like a lasso-y looking rope, and he just tosses it up into the hole, and you see a vacuous kind of almost mouth-looking thing open and pull the rope up into it, and just remains open, where it looks like it's a very thin tunnel.
Okay.
And he just begins ascending the rope.
Yep. Going up.
Climb, climb.
I'm gonna look around before I climb.
Okay.
What the fuck do I say?
As you're looking around, you can see that you're in a small, like circular kind of, not dead end, but it continues straight ahead. But the path, instead of saying narrow and straight, just kind of like juts out and then continues straight and narrows out again.
Okay.
You guys ascend up. As you do, you find yourselves in the outskirts of the city of Thelahill, around the northeast side, where you open up into the ground and you dig out through what is essentially like a small little barn-like area. You come out into like hay stacks. And as you're looking around, you can see that it's evening time. Both of you hear, as you break out of the ground, heavy breathing from Elric, as he's just kind of like tired, and he looks beleaguered and worn out, and also he looks distraught, he looks distressed, he looks upset. Like he's just kind of looking around in fear. He verifies that there's not anybody in your surrounding area.
You said it's nighttime?
Correct. Now, I can make you boys invisible, but you'll only have an hour.
Right.
You cannot attack them, or your invisibility will break.
Understood. We will do our best to get through and get the marble and get back without being seen.
Very good.
How do we disguise the marble in any way?
What do you mean? As you're carrying it, as you're leaving with it?
It would look mildly suspicious if there's just marble floating through the city.
I don't
Grimdar,
know.
we have magical bags.
Oh. Okay.
You could take it in small fragments.
Okay.
Just put it in the bag.
Okay.
Okay. So as you guys are looking out, so in terms of the position of things in Thelahill, if you're in the northeast side and the palace is directly in front of you, south directly would lead you along the outskirts of where the temple was, in which you had fought Teledice. There was another, like, there were homes and other various, like, general buildings like that. The south side is the barracks. In terms of what he has seen for where the marble has been stored, it is in the location of the barracks itself. That is where they're having the miners stay.
Okay. In the barracks, you said?
Correct. And Bran, you hear a telepathic voice communicating to you, and you feel the marbles around your neck begin to kind of like chime, almost like little marbles, like, you know, the classic office toy, like clinking back and forth. You hear that, and in that kind of metronome-esque noise, you hear a voice beginning to whisper to you. Blood of my blood. You are home.
Okay. Ooh, I guess I'll think it. Who's that?
I am the first. The first king. I wish I could have been alive to have seen how my line would continue. I suppose it is apt to say I'm quite proud of your father and of who you've become.
Isn't the first time I've been here.
I know it's not the first time you've been here. It's the first time I've accompanied you home.
From where? What do you mean? A little confused. I'll look to the sword.
Mm-hmm.
Dad, you hearing this?
Yeah. So I mean,
I
you
whisper that.
yeah, no, you pull out the sword. Bran, it's Ander.
Are you sure?
It sounds like Ander.
You know what he sounded like.
Oh, I've never met him, but I know his voice was similar to my father's, similar to Galen's. Yes.
Great. Don't know why the little chim chimes would be happening.
You may look at them.
Yep.
As you look down at them, you can see, so as I've described before to you, the marble is kind of like a white through it, but it also has like consistent gray veins for that marbling texture, because marble is formed by the chemical composition of multiple stones meeting. You can see that those grayish veins that are sliding through them in like decorative patterns are illuminating white. So like the marble is white, this is illuminating like a light.
Are mine also illuminating?
No,
Okay, great.
you're not a Rorona.
That's true. I hope not.
My boy! My other boy!
Dad!
Brothers!
Oh shit.
Bran.
You got all the stupid.
Oh. You're right.
But the... Oh.
Yeah, you got the
Yeah.
you got the muscles. and
brink, all
and
right.
the dumb. the big dumb.
Not the big dome.
Anyway, what? So they're
Anyway, what?
What? The big dome.
Yeah, it just whispers to you that it is pleased that you're back in the city of Thalahill.
Thanks. Are you alive again?
Alive? Oh, no. No, I don't believe I'll live again.
Then
But I did what needed to be done.
which was?
Which
was
I left good people in charge. The city should be running well.
the. You mean this one?
Thalahill? Of
Yeah.
course.
Oh, you haven't been back.
Oh, no.
Where were you?
Oh, I've been asleep.
Where are you now?
I know we're back in Thalahill.
I don't. Where are you though? What are you attached to?
And you just feel the marbles kind of like clacking back and forth on your neck.
Oh boy. I don't know how to tell you this, but the city fell
Fell?
from an attack inside.
I'm confused, Brad.
There was an old lady made of tree bark. She may or may not have made a bridge to the Shadowlands.
Oh.
A night walker came out, 8 people.
Brad, this is horrible.
I'm sorry. Oh, my spirit fright
My
encounters.
spirit attack.
My spirit heart.
There's only like 70 of us left.
Brad,
I mean, I did everything I could.
I understand. You said a woman made of bark?
Yes.
What was her name? Was it?
Teledice.
Oh. Oh.
Also, what the fuck with their names? God damn it.
What?
Oh, the bad soul sword. What's their last name?
The Piriellas?
Yes. Yeah, the Piriellas suck.
Shalandra.
Yes.
Shalendra drinks blood.
Oh, yes.
That's fun.
Yes, I did regretfully need to use her services in defending the well.
Yeah, so the city's currently occupied by
By
dragons.
dragons.
Grey dwarves mining the marble to defeat a mind demon in the Underdark.
Mind demon?
Mind thing. I don't know. It's a giant brain. Psychic powers. Why are you grabbing dice? Oh, hey, Don. How you doing?
Make an intelligence saving throw.
There
Don.
it is. Please don't let it take over. It'll know everything we know.
A 7.
That's a failure. You're at 3 and 2.
You failed twice?
Am I rolling again?
Not yet.
Oh,
A little squiggly diggly in your old noodle.
Does he do that?
Yeah.
Grimdar, what the fuck was that? What's wrong with you?
I feel it in my brain, Bran.
What? What do you feel in your brain?
There's squid.
I'm just gonna stare at you. You're just now sharing this with me?
Well, it's what they put in me.
I guess we'll cut it out right here. Just cut off his head. Third time's the charm. No more Grimdar. Okay.
Did you said a mind demon and a great brain?
Something like that. It attacks the mind. I know that. Probably like what it's doing to him.
Fall told me once of a mind demon.
He called it a mind demon.
No, he called it a devourer.
That's what the dwarves call it.
Oh yes. Fall said that was why he made this world. He was fleeing the devourer.
Why would he need to run from that?
Wanted to eat him. To consume his powers and his thoughts.
So Fall made this planet,
Yes.
and it ran from this.
Yes.
Grimdar, we should run from it.
But if we don't stop it, it will take over.
Well, if Fall made the world, and the marble's in the world, the marble loses. Kind of like, I'm going to draw a flowchart in the dirt to explain this to Grimdar.
Grimdar, alright, hold on.
All right, hold on, Grimdar. All right, so Fall here, right? Devourer here. I'm going to put him next to Fall.
Okay.
Fall, draw an arrow, ran.
How do you know that?
Yeah, he doesn't hear the voice, just you do.
Does he see the chimes going?
I mean, he sees them like clacking back and forth, but that could be attributed to you moving.
Be completely still.
Yeah, and they continue moving. And they're glowing.
Are you doing a perception check?
That's a 1.
I hear whispers?
Carelessly?
No, me too, sometimes.
But they're real.
Okay, your point.
Listen. Okay, let's say, for argument's sake, I'm right. Fall ran.
Okay.
Fall made this planet. Oh, I'll draw the world.
Okay.
A circle. It's flat.
Okay.
Everybody knows it just ends
Yep.
about 50 feet that way. Okay, he made it. The marble exists in this little world. I'm going to draw a little circle, label it marble.
Okay.
It can't go back up, right? Can't beat it. Otherwise Fall wouldn't have to run. Right?
But how do we stop it? Ask the voices that.
How do we stop it? I'll say it out loud.
How do we stop the thing?
How do we stop it?
Oh, I mean, I could ask Fall.
Oh. Oh, you just ask him?
Oh yes,
That was pretty neat.
yes, I was blessed. I was chosen. Divine intervention. Oh my god, why does it just make it? Oh, you guys are so fucking lucky. No, it's a cleric ability. Where you can literally ask anything of your god, and your god can perceivably make it happen. So, I mean, you just hear kind of like a silence, and like a minute or so goes by. Fall said in the world they fled, the devourer had eaten most of the other gods, and so Fall was forced to flee with his wife to create this world. He believes that in doing so, in crossing planes, the devourer lost some of its abilities that were contingent on its existence in the other world. Gods of one universe only exist in that universe. So Fall believed that if he created one of his own, the devourer would be absent of those powers here. He believes that is why it has been dormant. If it is crossed here, it must have crossed with Fall unbeknownst to him. as though it had been here since the dawn of time.
Oh, so Fall just told you this?
Yes.
Oh, well, then he
It's
can
just his suspicion.
just come down and blast it.
Oh. We'll try divine intervention again.
Nat 20!
It's a 10 again!
Yes! We did it! Grimdar, we saved the day!
Did we?
Yeah.
How?
Just wait. Wait for it.
And you
Wait for
watch
the nuclear strike.
as like the sky just begins to crack open.
Oh shit!
And like at the height of where you are, you see, the moon just begin to like slide.
Like
in
it's being pushed?
Like it's
Oh
being
my
pushed.
God.
And like the clouds begin to separate. And in the separation, you see this thin, sheared, white-like opening in the sky itself, because it was nighttime. So, like,
okay.
the stars part and everything. And in this astral vision, Grimdar!
Viv?
What the fuck did you ask for?
I didn't
Literally, you see her face, like, almost like a fucking zipper, like, looking down over. What the fuck do you need?
I didn't ask for anything.
Oh, Bran!
Hi again.
What the fuck did you need?
How big is her face?
Big. Like,
It was me.
think when you see, like, the moon. Like, that's Viv's face right now.
Hey!
Holy shit.
Yeah, it was me. Remember, I'm the one that came up there.
Yes!
How'd you ask?
Grimdar!
Yeah.
Cause look at it!
He's so stupid.
Yes! You gotta ask! It's always just so funny to see what he'll come up with.
What did I ask for?
Yes!
I mean, I didn't ask for it.
Oh! Okay!
Wait!
What?
I didn't ask. Ender did.
Oh! Oh, the pretty elf man!
Sure.
Yes, he was a very handsome elf man.
Yeah.
Very handsome.
Yeah, there's a giant brain demon, the Devourer,
Oh,
in the Underdark.
the stupid brain thing!
Yeah, you gotta blast it.
I hated that thing.
Yeah.
Fucking hated it.
You're not Fall. You're not Fall though.
No, Fall is boy, Viv is girl.
Why are you? Put your hand down.
Oh, so sorry.
Yeah, blast it or whatever.
Blast
with a
it?
shit ton of magic. Whatever you got. Just
Honey!
who's Honey?
And you just hear the sky like crack with thunder.
Who's that?
And you see echoings of like rippling, like chain lightning-esque breaking out from the area surrounding these. What do you mean? Who is that?
Who's that?
You ask for him, he show up.
You dating?
Dating?
Yeah.
Honey, we've been married forever.
Oh. Oh.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah. I forgot. I 100% because I was told this, wasn't I?
What?
Was I told this?
No.
No.
Who did Fall create the world with? And you just
That's a
watch.
great question. His wife?
Yeah.
So it's his wife?
Yeah, she had a different name before. She just wanted a chance to live on the planet.
Okay.
Yeah, no, she picked a cool fucking existence, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So you see from like around Viv's head this opening begin to separate greater, and behind Viv you see her enormous white wings. But obviously they're drastically bigger now. Like they look as though they are 50, 60 feet in wingspan. And she's just, he pick a elves. I didn't pick a elves, but sometimes we argue, we fight. He pick elf. I say, no, why would you pick elf? They have tiniest tummy. We can't even give a great meal. Octavian was sad.
Are noodles any better?
Oh, yeah, he always just made shit noodles as joke. And you just see this noodle just drop down from the fucking sky and just float down beautifully towards you. Just
I'm just gonna
so it just
save that for
cloudy
later.
with a chance of meatballs just flops down into your hands.
So how big is it?
I
Is
mean,
it like
it's
a pool noodle?
Yeah, it's like a fucking pool noodle.
I'll just slice it while I guess we're watching the show. Here you go, guys. Give one to Elric.
Oh my god. It's the greatest noodle
Hey,
you've
but
ever
by the way,
eaten.
welcome to the surface.
Oh my God! What is this? What it's like up here?
This is normal.
This is every day.
This is every day. You guys should really gotta come out.
I try to tell Dain, come to the surface.
Very,
it's
very
fine.
normal. This is every
Whatever
day.
comes up here is fucked.
It
I mean, nobody
rains-
wants to listen to Bran now.
Rain's
It's fucking.
food. It's very
I'm
good.
just gonna start eating the noodle. Like nobody fucking listens to me. It's great.
Actually, the greatest fucking noodle you've ever eaten in your lives. So, that was it? You just needed noodle? Okay.
No,
Wait, no, Viv,
stop fucking
Viv.
with us.
Ah, you know, it's so funny. What did you need though, for real? Shit on brain?
The brain.
Or
yeah.
Bran?
The
Brain.
devourer.
Brain.
The
Oh,
devourer.
devourer. Yeah, we can't.
It's in the Underdark.
Yeah, we can't kill that.
You can't hit it with anything. Make it a little tiny.
It is in dark.
Yeah.
It is bright.
Yeah, just go woo all the way down.
All the way down?
Yep.
I mean, I can try. He could try, and you just see this horrible, like, not horrible like
Yeah.
it's grotesque. So you see this massive dragon only from neck up. So you just see like pure opaque white, like beautiful shining white. You know the scales on the neck side of it? That underneath. So it looks, in comparison to her, the neck and the head are 60 feet in length.
Oh my
And
god.
you can see that the scales and the kind of spikes that come around the side.
So it's twice the size of the moon?
Correct. So you can see that the scales that come around the edges that cover it and the spikes that come out and the head are all a multitude of colors. This is a prismatic dragon. It is all colors. So all scales are various colors. Like he looks like he is essentially holographic. And he just kind of leans over Viv's head. Just, wait at least for me to get out of the fucking way! You're so stupid sometimes. And you don't even see, like, a smile, but you feel like there's a laugh coming from the sky, and you just hear this echoing, just singular grunt of, like, a chuckle of, and then you see this thing's mouth open, and the marble begins to shake.
Uh-huh.
Bran, I would hide.
Where?
I don't fucking know. I don't have eyes. I'm a marble now, Bran.
I guess. I mean, that's interesting. We gotta fucking run, and I just dart the other way. Holy shit!
Okay.
There's a goddamn.
I wrap my arms around Elric and I pull the cloak.
Okay, you jump behind Bran.
I'm just running the other way. I don't know where to go.
So, I mean, are you running south or are you
Well, I
running?
don't know. Wherever he's pointing it, I'm running the opposite direction.
So he would be pointing it further south because that would be the direction of where it would be.
yeah,
So you want to run like up and to the
I don't
left.
fucking wherever's.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
I'm
you
just gonna hold him and just
wait.
It'll probably be
Hold
fine.
on.
and every 60 feet.
Hold on. We'll get there.
And like as I'm moving, I'm shadow stepping wherever I can because I'm
Yes.
moving as fast
So
as
you're
possible.
hopping and you're looking up and you're seeing Viv just like hilariously comedically waving from the sky. Just, this is gonna be fucking crazy.
I know. I swear you told me that this was a thing.
Yep.
That you buried him or
He-
something.
Very big.
Yeah, he's massive.
Dragon.
Yeah.
Very big dragon. You know. Wow. And its mouth just opens and you see this crackling energy forming in it. And as it's spiraling, you can see that all these different colors are forming and rotating through their like coloration. So it's a concentric circle, and around the edges of it, you can see that there's like crackling of lightning and energy. But in the concentric circle in the center, it's fading through all colors. So green, red, black, orange, white, like it's continuously cycling through colors. And as it begins to pour down out of its mouth, it's not like a sudden burst. It's like a very slow, methodical descent of energy as it's staying connected to his mouth. And it is going directly towards Thelahill. Towards the palace.
Oh no. Why the palace?
Probably blow it.
Andrew, you might want to look away. I'm just thinking.
I still don't have eyes.
Yeah.
Thank you for the consideration, though.
Yeah. Yep. Everything you build is gonna just be destroyed.
Yep. And you watch as this beam descends and shatters the palace.
Oh.
Like it encases it in its entirety and shatters it. And as all of this marble is going flying everywhere, you see the beautiful stained glass windows of the palace shattering in fragments, spraying into the sky. And as they do, they freeze, they shatter, they catch on fire. You watch as some of them are melting. Some of them are just charred out of your sight. And all of these horrific elemental effects occupying one space, 1 second in time to this palace. And it just bursts. And you look back and you see it descend down through the ground. And you see this horrible puddle of embryonic goo begin to pour up, almost like a fountain, like a geyser, just bursting up out of the ground. Okay!
Is it dead?
I mean, probably.
What?
He's big.
That's it?
I don't fucking know.
Just gonna go with the probably?
Yeah,
You don't want to hit it a second time?
he's tired.
What about you?
Me?
Yeah, just for fun. Just
And she just spits. Fuck you, Brain! I always hated you. You hit on Viv. Viv tell you no, Brain. Not right now. You're not what Viv is looking for in a man. If you're even a man, Brain.
is that
She spits again.
does anything happen when she?
I mean, yeah, as it's...
this is the first one, I'm assuming.
Yeah, no, the first one's still like on its way down and you're watching it and, Fall's beam kind of like dissipates and the light that was illuminating is just kind of dissolved. And you watch as this like spit trail just kind of like big loogie just fucking descends down and it just like splashes into this geyser. Fuck you!
Well, wow, you destroyed its morale.
And you watch as it begins to like vibrate and the white in her saliva begins to like clarify and spread out almost like it's purifying an area. Yeah, it feels great sometimes, only if you're good. Not if you're evil.
Oh.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you for destroying.
Did you forget Viv was the mouth?
No, I can't. I can't possibly ever forget that or get that out of my mind.
Yeah, and you just see this horrible, like, churning looking clarified substance just fucking bubbling around. Just horribly fucking, like, bubbling and oozing around you.
Thanks. I guess we'll go check on it.
Okay.
See you later.
Goodbye.
She just zips over
And
the
she's
sky.
just zipping the sky, and you see this face of this enormous fucking dragon just looking down at all of you.
Just
Or, well, looking down at both of you.
wave to it.
Hello.
Goodbye.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And it just bears like its enormous fucking fangs and gives you like a quick grin. And then just looks down at Viv and she's like, I get it, you're tired, fine. We don't have to tonight. And you just watch as the sky closes.
I like him. He's good.
I mean, I guess. He also destroyed my home, which was already attacked twice.
It was necessary.
Thrice now.
It was necessary. They're gonna rebuild it anyway. Probably.
I guess it's more work for the dwarves, and I just look at Elric. Hey, I'm getting my full value out of you guys.
The surface is incredible.
Yeah, this is
Yeah, no
every
shit.
day.
Every day. Just whenever you need something, just, hey, come on, do the thing again.
It's great. It's
Do
really
the thing, big
wonderful.
guy. Oh. It's not every day. That's extreme. I've never seen that before in my life.
Yeah,
It's
no,
a joke.
Yeah,
But the noodle's delicious, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
I've never had something so satisfying.
She's a personal friend. It's fine.
Yeah, that's honestly horrifying.
Yes.
I've never seen anything like that in my
No,
life.
but we're really good friends with them. Never
Yeah,
friends with
yeah,
us.
yeah,
Like, if
yeah.
you're thinking of betraying us, you're no longer because you're so intimidated.
No.
by
yeah,
No,
they're
yeah, you're
gods. We're friends with gods.
So,
get it.
as the marble and everything has landed around you, Brant, you begin to hear a cacophony, like a litany of voices, like wails and screams and like begs for help as all the marble begins to illuminate around you guys.
Yeah, I figured. Lovely.
Help! You must help us! The city, it hurts, it burns.
Who's there?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do you? What?
And you hear like 100 voices calling out to you. What do you mean? What do you mean?
Oh
mean?
no!
What do
Not
you
the
mean?
Crips again!
What do you mean?
Who's there?
You have to help us.
Okay.
And you
Do
just
I hear this or just him?
No, it's just him.
Do I see him like?
Yeah,
are
you see him kind of freaking out, and then you hear very
Bran.
quickly Andrew's voice just, hush! Silence! I have it under control, people. He will set us again. We will live again.
Oh my God! It's the souls of the elves. Jesus!
In the marble.
How did you do? How did you make that?
Oh. What do you mean, how did I make that? I didn't make that.
Who did?
Oh, Radgar.
Of course he did. Why not? I can't even hear that, but of course he did.
But what?
Makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense. I
Oh,
mean,
yes,
he's pretty
he
powerful.
could tell that our blood had a magical property to it that linked us in almost kind of a soul bond. He crafted a necklace and gifted it to his wife.
How many bees did it have?
Oh, 8. It was supposed to go to his daughter. I believe it did for some time.
What? Okay.
Take it off.
No, keep it on. Keep it on.
Okay.
I need it back later, though.
Okay.
It's not yours, Grimdar.
Okay.
It's Radgar's wife.
Really?
Yeah.
It should have been with his daughter now. Where did you find this? Did you meet her? Is she well?
With Radgar's daughter?
Yes. She should still be in the Underdark guarding the well.
What's her name?
Oh, Radgar's daughter?
Yeah.
Okay, so we haven't met her. We're good. If he doesn't know.
No, I know it. I want to ensure that I pronounce it correctly.
Okay, so nuclear strike on Devour, elf souls in Marble, Radgar's daughter.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Anansa.
I don't know how to spell that.
A-N-A-N-S-A. She was the only one that he said at the end, when he was creating it, that he could trust with guarding
I
it.
can't hear this, so.
The well.
Yes.
I didn't see anybody there.
Oh, you've seen the well?
I talked with the fish lady.
Oh, Olisea.
Yes.
Beautiful woman.
Very
Very
kind.
kind.
Yes.
Very kind.
But I didn't see any elves there.
Oh, you didn't? Oh. What, you went through the catacombs? You went through the room, the throne?
Yes.
Yes, the false throne. Brilliant, Radgar. Kept it in the lines. Very good.
No one was there.
And
We
you-
opened it and it was just Olisea.
Oh. You've not seen an answer.
No, I got this necklace from a Grey Dwarf. That one. And I point even though he can't
Yeah,
see.
you can't see.
I don't have eyes.
Are you telling him all this stuff?
Yeah, I mean essentially
Okay,
I'm telling
sure.
him that, it was Radgar's daughter's necklace and she was guarding the I'm not gonna say anything about the well in front of the
Okay.
dwarf.
Okay.
Just say that this would belong to the daughter of Radgar.
I didn't know Radgar had a daughter.
Neither did
He's
I.
a child.
Well, for now.
Do you tell him her name?
Yes.
And Elric just kind of stops and just looks at both of you.
What is it?
Did you say Anansa?
Yes.
You know she is dead, yes?
I do now.
Now we do.
Where did you
Why?
get this necklace?
Dain and I found it in the Underdark, in the caverns of spiders.
So 13. Is he telling
He's
the
not
truth?
lying.
Okay.
Oh, that's a horrifying monster. We found it in the caverns of spiders hundreds of years ago. Dain and I were young men out traveling together, and we found this necklace in a web coated in blood.
I'm assuming you saw the elf.
No, we saw no one. We didn't even see a body.
How do you know she's dead?
I would assume it would mean she was dead. Or something terrible happened to her.
I'll just think it. I guess she's dead. Maybe not.
Radgar will be sad to hear that his daughter has passed. He's
I
not seen her.
Don't think it's the best time to tell him.
No, I wouldn't think so.
Keeping that sealed up.
Mm-hmm. There was a rumor. There was a rumor some time ago
About what?
about the Lady Anansa. That she disappeared the same time Lolth appeared.
No. That's coincidental.
Sure.
It was about 300 years ago when we found the necklace.
Yeah, no, definitely coincidence. Powerful daughter of a powerful wizard. No,
Oh,
coincidence.
We're gonna end there.
Of course. Naturally. Real quick, before we do the announcement, Legends of Evantris, if you're still here, let me know in the chat and I'll explain the camera setup real quick. Sorry, it's too much to type.
No. Don't put this back
No,
up
no,
there.
no, that's
No,
fine.
no, don't.
It's not the dice because chat did the rolls and they also counted. It is not the dice.
Curse stream.
Mm-hmm. Hope everybody enjoyed the story this evening.
Don't leave yet though, because I gotta do the announcement. If Legends of Evantris is not here, then I will just I will be right back, and then I will do the announcement. Give me a minute. You guys can talk for a couple seconds, and I'll be right back, and then we'll do the announcement.
Mm-hmm.
Just bury the city. Just bury the fucking city.
You will rebuild it prettier than before.
Oh, just bury it.
Okay. That's also fine.
No, it's not. Don't bury it. I'm gonna throw my book at you.
Nah, your city's safe.
No, it's not. It's infested with grey dwarfs. There's 70 of us left. Ander can't even see. Help.
Mm-hmm.
How many ancestors does it take to rebuild a city? All of them.
A few.
All of them.
A few. A hefty few. Oh boy. Well, chat, I hope you're satisfied. We are close to 53 episodes and a legitimate full year of playing. It's been a full year of time, but we are very close to the 1 year anniversary episode title
Yep.
and number.
Can you guys see us? Can you hear me still? Everything good, chat? Just give me a little hey-o that you can hear me and see me. So I'm mildly concerned that what I just did broke everything.
Everything's gone, Don.
No one's typing, so that's not a good sign. Uh, uh,
Hey, there it is.
wait, is it?
No, his
It says it ends. It's ended.
Yeah.
Oh,
You have to turn the stream back on. Like it's down.
they're not gonna know where to go though.
Did it? Yeah. Okay.
Chat's just not moving. Okay, so it says that chat is not. Gally said chat is not working, but everything else is fine. So I'll just make the announcement, and hopefully that you can hear me. I'll also post it in Discord. We have made the difficult decision to change from the name Boosted Gorilla, which is what I just went and did. Our stream name is now NotGreatRPG.
They can't hear you.
No?
No. I just asked if they can.
Oh, yep, it says channel 1 offline.
I told you it's offline.
Yeah, you have to refresh and go back over.
Yeah, you have to restart your stream.
All right. Well, I'll go take a look.
My phone died. So I can't tell them, like, anything.
You son of a bitch.
I figured it was appropriate that the person who was in charge of the wishing well would be a villain.
So that means she knows where it is. Let me guess, it's not a well anymore. It's a nice vein. Nice giant crystal.
It might be. Well, Ola had told you previously that a lot of it dispersed because of some